what was I gonna say?
I'm taking my feet out.
Oh, this is your cozy too. I was just gonna say, so what were we talking about right before I hit record on there?
We were talking about how you got everybody want a bringer show. Bringer shows.
Yeah, and so I remember, it reminds me of back in the day. It was like one of the first opportunities I had in like Flint, Michigan, making music. I started making music and performing about 13 years ago. So I would guess this is probably like 2014, 2015 this happens.
Oh, yeah.
And this guy messages me and he says like, hey man, I want you to be on this show, but basically the thing is you're going to pay me about $200 and then you're going to sell the tickets yourself. And then, but you can sell as many tickets as you want. So basically after that, you're making money. You're making money after you sell the tickets.
Oh, I never heard no pyramid scheme within comedy before. That's wild.
So it was for music, but it was exactly that. Immediately I called it out. Like, that's a pyramid scheme. Like that is a pyramid.
You're like, no, it's not.
Yeah. It was so funny to me because I think that's the type of shit you'll see in like in the music industry. It's crazy. Another thing that happened to me once is I got one of those scam emails like saying like, hey, I'm a music executive. We want you to come out to New York and we're going to fly you out and we're going to do all this and you're going to perform with Future because Future's going to be in New York and you look it up and Future is in New York in 2 weeks or whatever, right? So then they say, we want you to call us. And so I'm thinking, okay, I'll call this guy. I don't know how he got my email. I think he actually called me. I don't even know how he got, maybe he had my phone number. He had me in my email though. So I talked to this guy for like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And at the very end, it's like, okay, so the only way this is going to work is you're going to have to send, you just have to pay for the flight and you have to pay for this. So you're going to send us the $800 and then after that we'll reimburse you everything else. And they don't get to that until like 30 minutes into the call after they wasted all your time.
Yeah.
And it just drives me crazy because all that stuff, it's like just to take advantage of people who just want to put their art in front of people. You trick them. You just trick them into this weird, oh, well, just pay me. And now.
And then people are like, huh. Yeah. And then so people be under the pressure from their families to do some shit like that, to think, just to be like, yeah, I'm doing something. I got accepted something like that.
That's it. That's a big part of it is that. And that's why I think it's like a predatory thing because like you're taking advantage of the pressure of that, of like somebody really wants to share. They want to tell you, oh, dude, I'm going to be performing next week at this big show in New York. Like they want to tell you that. They want to brag to everybody. You know, oh, dude, I'm going to imagine that with comedy. You could, I actually think you could scam a comedian so fast.
Oh, yeah.
Just tell them like, and don't even pick a big comedy name. Just like say like maybe
Jay
somebody.
Leno.
I was going to say Dane Cook. I was going to say, yeah, but Jay Leno's really good.
Yeah.
Like pick somebody who's like 20 years ago, they were really big, and you just call them, you say, hey, we have an opportunity for you. You can perform with Jay Leno. You got to get them going. Maybe send them a message on Instagram first.
Yeah.
And like, you know, buy some followers, make it look legit. And I really, really think like it would not take much to scam thousands of dollars out of comedians. You could do it before anybody would even know it's happening.
Yeah, and everybody's like, oh, I'm opening for Jay Leno, nigga.
Yeah, all these comedians would find out because at an open mic, 5 of them would all be opening for Jay Leno, and they'd all get in a circle and talk about it. You know, like that's how it would break.
Like, oh shit, we've been scammed.
What day? What day is Jay performing? Jay Leno's a good one because like Jay Leno's just believable enough to where like you could call them and they'd be like, yeah, I'll open for Jay Leno. This is crazy, you know?
Yeah.
It's like anybody like that, like Jay Leno. I even think you could see Louis C.K.'s too much. Louis C.K. because he's big again now. But maybe even Jerry Seinfeld. You could maybe even get away with the Jerry Seinfeld because he's like, maybe just say it's a small show. Say, hey, we're doing this small comedy cellar show.
But do
with
Jerry be outside like that though?
No, but that's why it would be. It would be like, really, Jerry Seinfeld, small cellar? Are you sure? Really? You know, they would like. I think they would just believe you.
Especially all the Philadelphia comics, because they all want to sound like them.
Yeah, just go there. Just go there for this one. Yeah,
all the Philadelphia people.
You know, Jerry Seinfeld. It's funny how like certain comics throughout history have created like a certain version of people, right? Yeah. Oh, I didn't even notice he was still there behind you.
That's all good.
But yeah,
we're gonna do a duet.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. The reason he goes up on that cushion is because the cat does it. So I think he like thinks he's the same. It's like when a big dog thinks he's a little dog.
Yeah.
You know, you see that giant pit bull just jump on top of people. That's what he's doing.
Like, I want to do it too.
He thinks he's a cat.
That ain't good, dog. That is not good. Be a dog.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I think dogs should be dogs and cats should be cats. My cat is dog-like, though. I'm okay with a cat being a dog, not as okay with a dog being a cat.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Because, I mean, like, she just lounges around. She likes to, like...
Yeah, it's like a stud. She's a stud muffin.
That's what I'm saying.
But you don't want the dog to be a pussy.
You got it.
It's a dog.
Yeah.
Do some dog shit. Nigga, licking and lapping, nigga. Go prowl. Go prowl.
Yeah.
Now he gonna prowl, see?
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all all confused.
Nope, because she's a dog. That's what it is.
Yeah, go do some guard dogging.
We got a cat-dog situation going on here.
That ain't bad.
You ever see that show, Cat
No.
Dog? It's like a worm-looking thing, and half of it's a cat and half of it's a dog. It's a kid show. I'm surprised you never saw that.
Oh,
Normally-
it's a kid show. It ain't real. I'm like, what the
No,
hell? I
it's
thought
not
it was
real.
Like, come on now, what we got going on?
I mean, if
Dogs
that
is
were
cats
real.
and cats is dogs.
Where
Dog
is
cat.
You know, you talk about what you think the world would be like for a second if cats were dogs and dogs were cats. I'm gonna find my phone. My phone's gonna be right next to me.
Oh
Talk
man,
about the world. Talk about the
cats
world.
was dogs and dogs. Cats are already just be like just bossy women, independent, feminist women, stud muffins.
I think you're
Dogs.
This is gold. This is gold.
Dogs would be like Magic Johnson's son.
This is cat dog.
Okay,
Right here.
this-
For reference. It's a cat dog.
Oh,
It's
okay,
like
that's like Ren and Stimpy
people at home.
glued together.
And it's the same time as Ren and Snippy. I actually probably the same animator.
Oh, yeah. I see the patterns.
Yeah, but I think if cats were dogs and dogs were cats, I think it would be chaos. It would be absolute chaos.
Well, obviously,
Yeah,
because everybody is out of control. Dogs would be doing all kind of pussy shit, and cats already think they the shit, and they already sassy and fighting and be pawing.
yeah.
They don't need that extra testosterone up in them.
No, have you ever seen a bulky cat with muscles? That's freaky. I mean, it's like a lion on steroids is what
Yeah.
it looks like. And I feel like if dogs were all because when I think if dogs were like cats, I think like a bunch of dogs just
And
like
Michael Vick wouldn't have never went to jail.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
And a lot of people in the Midwest would be missing out on a lot of money.
Yo, now that's crazy because like, imagine cat fights instead of dog fights. Like a bunch of people in the hood getting together for a cat fight.
Yeah.
That would be fucking nuts. I actually think that would be 10 times. That's socially acceptable compared to a dog fight because cats fight on their own.
That's true. You
So-
don't need nothing. You don't need to set them up. Just throw the camera out there.
Dude, that shit would be nuts. You get a bunch of people, like a guy like carries in his cat all somber, like this might be his cat's last day. Other dudes, you know, his cat's like fucking again. We got some bulky ass cats we're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, you ever see the episode of The Wire with the dog fight? This is what I'm picturing. You ever see The Wire?
Yeah, I seen the wire.
So you remember that episode? I think it's like season 3. I can't remember which season it is, but it starts with the dog fight, and it's like two guys and they bring their dogs in. It's kind of what I'm
trying to remember,
describing.
but I'm high as hell right now.
Just imagine a dog fight, but with cats.
Yeah.
And it's like cinematic, right? And it's like, and you know, one of these cats is gonna die. And then, like, bro, imagine everybody's like gathered around. They're all screaming and
That's how they do it. Look at them.
Yeah.
Like, it's time to go.
yeah.
Dude, I used to live by KFC. We used to have cats outside our window, and they used to be in the heat fighting every night.
Yeah.
I'll never forget those sounds. Just all night. I don't, no beef.
Now picture that though.
No bueno.
Picture dogs doing that. The chaos.
Yeah,
If
you don't
dogs
wanna
were
see
just
that.
fighting outside, if dogs were in heat just in the alleyway.
Yeah, it wouldn't look right.
No.
And it'd be pretty vicious.
It'd be vicious. The thing is, I think dogs would be more threatening than cats. Like alley cats would leave you alone. You're not scared of them. They just kind of do their thing. Alley dogs,
That's different.
that's different.
Unpredictable.
Unpredictable.
They outside, they wild and loose.
It'd be like packs of wolves wandering in the neighborhoods. That's
Yeah.
what it would be like.
And sometimes they be wolves downtown.
Yeah.
That's one of my worst fears, to get ate by a stray animal. Just
The craziest
come out on me.
time I've ever seen that is, I think it was a coyote. Maybe it was a fox though. I think it was a coyote. And no, it was a fox. And I was what's that thing called? It's like the something E. Daly Park, Maggie E. Daly Park. It's like right downtown, like right next to the Bean, and then you got
Oh, yeah.
that
By the police
Maybe
station?
it's Adler. this is the planetarium, but it's the outdoor venue that's right next to the Bean. It's literally right behind it.
I know what
just
you're
can't
talking
think of the
about.
name.
Yeah.
And it was a bunch of people just walking around in that area, and a fucking fox was just standing there, like
Yeah.
in the middle of the grass, like
what's
looking
up?
around, like it didn't know what to do. Like, oh shit, like I didn't expect to be here.
Yeah.
It just
What are
looked
y'all doing here?
confused. Yeah,
What y'all doing? Where y'all going?
yeah.
And was people like scared? They just like, it's a fox.
I didn't even think a lot of people noticed.
Yeah,
'Cause I
was
just
like,
looked over and went, "What the fuck? There's a fox."
I was like, nigga, it's a motherfucking fox. I'm getting the hell out of here.
That's probably like, yeah. And I think like everybody, what's astonishing about it to me is it's kind of like a testament. Like if you just mind your own business, the fox will probably mind its own
Yeah.
business, because that's kind of what was happening. Like the fox is just like a confused dog at that point, just like, what the fuck do I do? What the fuck do I do? It just looked like a lost puppy, and like everyone else is just, and it's that same area that you see foxes. So I think you got to go out in the morning, like right around sunrise is when you see them. Because when I used to
I gotta
visit
announce
Chicago,
yourself.
me and my mom, we would be at the hotel downtown, and
This ain't no territory you gonna mark. You already should have marked this already. Are you remarking?
yeah, she wants to
I'm not licking
let
it.
you know.
Tell you that. Yeah, I got it. You like, yeah, this is me right here, player. This is what we were just talking about. See,
She's trying to be a dog.
they go the dog.
It's
Well, it's kind of cattish too, though. But just get out of here.
a little bit of both.
I'm conducting business. Can you smell my breath? Can you smell my breath?
She will if you let her.
I won't good on that.
But yeah, so it's the morning, because it's like if I would visit Chicago and I would be at the hotel downtown, and then I would go over to see the sunrise, and it was these times when I would see foxes,
Yeah.
and it would be like you're going over that bridge where the railroads are, so like where I think it's where the Metra connects right there, because it's under the bridge, and that's where they run. You'll see them down there, and I don't know where they live. That's the real question, is where
Yeah.
they actually live, but
Probably somewhere to learn them metro tracks.
it's right there. They can't be
Yeah.
going anywhere. Oh, she must like you.
Oh yeah.
She trusts you or something.
Because we talking about the dogs and cats. Yeah.
I really think it's that.
Is it
Yeah.
my philosophy on cats and dogs? You want me to write a term paper about it?
I really think sometimes like they speak English, they just can't use the words.
Yeah,
Sometimes
they-
I'm really thinking that. Like they must know exactly what I'm saying sometimes. Like I know they pick up on certain things, but sometimes I'm like, damn, like he knows I was talking shit. Like yeah, he knows. Just
Felt it too.
he felt it. It's like yeah, he just knows spiritually. It's like if you watch a movie and it's foreign without subtitles, you still kind of know what's
Yeah,
happening.
you kind of understand what's going on.
Yeah, they don't like each other. Like
Yeah.
you pick up on that. I think animals, they pick up on a lot more than you give them credit for. Like dogs and
Oh,
cats
yeah.
especially. Like it's crazy, dude. And that's why I think like the difference between dogs and cats that I think about a lot is dogs have undying love.
Oh,
Cats not so
Fleeting
much.
love, yeah.
Yeah, fleeting love is a good way to put it. Like, and I respect that about dogs. I love that about dogs, but I also respect that about cats. Like, you got to earn it with a cat. You got to make a cat care.
Yeah, you
Whereas a
can't
dog,
just-
you could fucking punch a dog in the face.
It'll keep
Dog's
coming
gonna be
back.
like, punch me again, punch me
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
The cat's like,
It like that toxic shit.
try punching a cat in the face.
Yeah, you
Ever.
fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah.
You really gonna have to go find it.
That cat is a dog if the cat comes back. Okay, 'Cause
That's true.
there's no way. I mean, it's just nuts to me, like how much a dog will actually love you through. Like a dog. That's why they say man's best friend. I really think dogs will just love you through everything.
Yeah,
they're
they
just
to the
they have
end.
undying love. It's unexplainable. It's the type of love we all want.
Yeah, it
whereas,
is.
Whereas a cat, I love cats too. I mean, I love my cat. I don't like mean cats, but most cats aren't mean cats. I think people get a bad impression about cats sometimes. Cats are cool for the most part, but they're not dogs. Cats don't got that love.
Yeah,
that
cats
dogs
don't love
got.
you like that.
Cats are cool with you. They respect you.
Yeah.
But they don't love you like that.
Nah.
They're not like, oh,
Yeah, it's kind of like that family member that you like. I love you, but I don't like you.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think like a dog will always be the kid who loves their parents and they just think their parents could do no wrong. Whereas a cat is like most other people who are just like, no, my parents kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
My parents fucked up this way, this way, this way. I think cats will pick up on all the fuck ups. Cats hate you for certain reasons.
Like, I had
Cats
to go to
remember
therapy.
certain things.
Yeah, I had to go to therapy because of you, mom.
That's a cat, yeah. A dog is just like, Mom, you're perfect. You're the best mom.
Cracking all.
Yeah. This is why I think I'm more like a dog. I think in so many ways I am a dog. Like I've thought about this. Like spiritually, like my spirit animal, probably as a dog.
Yeah.
You ever think about like if you had a spirit animal, what would it be? If you had one, if you identified.
My favorite rapper is DMX, and that's a dog type of thing. So I guess it would be a dog.
Yeah, DMX up in here.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
That ain't bad. All right, that's a little bit much.
I mean, he does bark though like that.
He barks a lot.
Yeah.
Then he started crying.
Is his natural talking voice like that?
Does he naturally talk in here?
Like, is it down in there?
It's a little bit more like that. You got that New York thing to it, but he got a ground.
Because he's got to be pushing it for the music, yeah. Because I've known, it makes me think, I don't know if I've ever listened to him in interviews too much. He's super talented. Like, he's one of those people where I listen to his music and I realize, like, he's kind of underrated in the sense that he's a really good songwriter. Like, he's great with his voice and his performance, and I think that's why people know him, is just how big he is.
Mm-hmm.
But he's actually just a really good musician.
Yeah.
And I never really, sometimes you don't even really think about that. And that's just like a lot of his like big hits. They're just like great songs. Like he's very musically oriented the way he writes, you know, if that makes any sense.
You can feel it in the beats and the way that he ride the beat.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Some of his best songs, hold on, he didn't even like them.
Really?
Yeah, like Party Up, he damn sure didn't like that. And then a Rough Riders anthem, somebody was fucking with him, or either like doing something with the song, or he didn't like the song, so he just was on the microphone. They was trying to make him come up with something, and he didn't like the way it was going, so he was like, niggas want to try, niggas want to lie. Then niggas wonder why. Like, he was really feeling at the time because somebody was fucking with him.
Yeah.
And then that came out. And then the Party Up thing, I think he didn't like the beat, and Swiss and them wanted him to do the beat, and he didn't like it, so I think he just started saying those words, just bullshitting, just playing around, just to get out the way or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember the thing, but I did a whole podcast with Georgia Moore about it.
I feel like that would say even more about his like musical skill, right? Is like the fact that he can just pull that out of his ass, and those are some of his more memorable songs. Like, in those, or like those end up being in the top 10, top 20, and he's not even trying on those ones, you know? Because I feel like that can only happen when you're just always in, like, it's kind of like,
flow
I think
state.
Like, yeah, flow state. And I think like with comedians, like, I think it's kind of like this thing where your best bet is not to like overthink any individual performance and just get in this mindset of just getting out there and doing it, because that's when you do your best stuff for any performer, really, right? It's like when I'm not so worried about this individual thing and it's just everything all at once, and I'm just kind of going out there and doing my thing,
letting it rip.
Yeah, because that's when you're in the moment. That's when you're actually in the room. Like, one thing I think about a lot lately is I feel like so many people, I almost feel like they're creating their own room in their mind. And I'll like, it's like you can watch them do it. It's like they're pretending they're somewhere else.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably the worst thing you could ever do.
It's the exact opposite of the thing that we do.
Yeah, it's for
the
any
exact opposite
performing. I think just performing in general, it's the last thing you should do. It's like, maybe if you're acting, like I guess in theater, that's the one time you can do that because you're supposed to do that. But I think like if you're comedy in particular, like we're talking about comedy, it is the exact thing you're not supposed to do, because comedy's all about engaging with these people right here. And I think as soon as you start to pretend those people right there aren't those people, and or at least like start to pretend they're your enemy, like there's just no way those people are ever your enemy ever. Like it makes it not work. I think like the only way the audience can be your enemy is if you're a mastermind comedian genius and you're actually
doing it on purpose.
Yeah, there's never a good time to turn against the audience, even if you think you're doing it right. I just see it like time and time again where people just like, I think they're just putting out this idea that they don't even realize they're putting out, and it's just played to these people right here. Like if it's 5 people, it's matter. These 5 people, and that's cool. That's cool that it's just us. It's exclusive. Like, make it exclusive just for us.
Yeah.
Make it fun. Like, that's a good thing. Turn the negative into a positive. But instead, people get in their own head, and then they just pretend they're in this whole different thing that they're not in, and you can tell.
That's what the open mics are for.
But they'll do it open mics. They'll do it there.
Oh, that's bad.
That's bad, you know? And, like, I've also seen, like, people... The thing I've seen at open mics, too, is I've seen, like... I'll see... people who go to open mics, but I don't think that they understand what open mics are for, in the sense that I I think they just like talking. I think I'll see people who are just excited to have 4 minutes with the microphone. And I think like they don't even understand like, oh, it's about like ironing something out.
It's just practice. It's just in the gym.
Yeah, and you're making something. We're building something out of this. I've seen people just kind of I really feel like they're just excited to be there. And it's kind of what's beautiful about the open mic is anybody can have the mic. But I also think it's like, it's just funny to me how not self-aware they are.
Yeah.
You can tell they think they're doing the same thing as everybody else.
And they're not.
But they never, ever, ever grow or change or do anything different. Like, it's crazy. There will be people who do this. But I also have this hope in me. I always think maybe, like, give them 2 years, 3 years, and this person will just flip. And they'll just be the best out of all of us. Like there is that too. You literally never know. Most of the time, 99% of the time, there's always that one person who actually is like just hiding it, and eventually they'll figure it out.
Yeah, well, that's rare.
It's rare, but they exist. So I don't want to say all these people suck.
Yeah, but I mean, here's the thing: it wouldn't be the same if everybody was good.
That's a great point.
It'd be kind of weird.
That's an excellent point.
As weird as it is, and as funny as you say with the self-awareness, they don't. But people in your life for a reason, season, or a lifetime, you see that, and you just be like, whatever that. It's still the people that do it. You get to learn a different type of personality, and you get to see I don't know, just something different that makes you be like, damn. Whatever, it just forms your shape of the world, and it's funny to see other people's minds work in a different way. Yeah, to think like, damn, I'm good at this, or I'm doing it, but you're not. And it's like, that's fine. I mean, I get it. I get why. I mean, the thing about what you were saying. Well, shit, kind of. I didn't want to say only in Chicago, but we have a community.
Yeah,
and I get the community aspect of the comedy part. That's what makes us pretty good, because most cities I be going to, they don't really have like a community.
Right.
It's kind of like they be like, they go to the mic, they go to the show, then they be like, they have a drink afterwards, and they just, like in Chicago, we hang out. Like we be out past the mic, at the bars, at the diners, at each other's house, doing shit. Like we have a community, so I get that part. But there still is a long form job application. Still a job. It's still like the whole point is to do the thing.
Yeah, could you pop that door a little for him? He'll walk right out. Oh. There you go. Thanks. But yeah, I agree with you. And I think that community this guy.
Being a cat.
Yeah, he's a cat.
You doing cat shit.
But that community is it is the difference between Chicago and a lot of other places. And I think that you make an interesting point that I think like open mics, again, will exemplify, right? Where it's like you go to an open mic and you're going to see all sorts of different kinds of people that you probably won't see anywhere else. One of the things I love the most, if you just leave it like that, so you can just walk in and out. Oh, go on, Oscar. Go on. This guy. Oscar, there's no room for you here. Can you see? There's no room for you here.
Make a way.
No, the cat's right there. I'm not kicking her off. Not happening.
This is the perfect example of what we was talking about.
Relax.
Playing out in real life.
This guy, she is being a dog. She does not care. But anyway, okay, so I just think it exemplifies that, where it's like you have all sorts of people, and that's one of the things that I've always felt that most people will say, but they don't actually believe. Where it's like, I like people who are different than everyone else. I really do. I really like talking to people who think differently than other people, who do things differently than other people, who have different instincts, people who are a little bit crazy or a little bit delusional. I find those people to be entertaining. Yeah. I like talking with those people, and I just get tired of people. I think most of the time what people are doing is they're being fake. Most of the time we just naturally do that. We're just naturally trying to blend in. We're naturally trying to do the right thing. Whatever that right thing is, that's what most people are trying to do. They don't want to stick out. They don't want to seem weird. And I think people who are a little bit weird, a little bit crazy, they don't do none of that. They're not fake. They're the realest people you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
And they don't have that filter. And that's why I'm attracted to that. And I find that if you're always filtering things based on what is good and what is like, like if you were talking about, what is actual comedy. Because when I say this, I'm not saying these people are any less entertaining because they're actually very entertaining. It's just that they're not. There's people who you'll see they're just doing things for different reasons, I suppose.
Yeah.
And you realize that
The why
and you have
is,
to have
why is different.
Yeah, you have to be comfortable with that in life. You have to learn to be comfortable with the fact that not everybody's gonna actually your reason is really unique. Whatever your reason is for doing what you're doing is actually unique, and that's your thing.
Right.
And nobody else is gonna do it for the same reasons as you, and you just can't have those standards. That's why I try not to be a hater. I try not to judge people because what do I really know?
Yeah, but here's the thing about it.
And like you said, there's value in all that. You can learn from all these people. You can see something in all these people. I think that's really important.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, all the people that want the real shit, they all communicate and at some point come together.
Yeah, I think so.
And like I said, the pendulum is swinging back to that because we done had a heavy dose of the bullshit. It's been overloaded bullshit these last couple years.
And I think real recognize real, it really is that simple in the sense that it like you just said, it's attracted to it. They find each other.
Yeah.
Those people find each other. Because I think people who really want that will find that. And I think that it's also people who don't even realize they want that, they just don't know what that is. They don't see enough real shit. And once they see more of that, they'll realize they want that.
Oh shit, this is the bullshit.
Exactly, because I think it's the same principle with even just an audience at a show. It's the same with everything. An audience is as smart as you treat them to be, right? And so people are as smart as you train them to be. If you treat a bunch of people like they're stupid, or you treat a bunch of people like they'll fall for something, or you just give a bunch of people a fake thing, eventually they'll just learn to accept that because that's what you train those people to do. But I think it goes the opposite way too, where it's if you just give people good shit, you give people real shit, you give people stuff that comes from a real place, those people will learn to want that. And I think it's all I like to think even what your responsibility is as an artist, if you believe all those things, is to elevate consciousness in a sense, right? Isn't that what you want to do? You want real things? Then you got to put that out there and elevate that consciousness, because it's just going to stay humming at this low frequency if nobody does anything. That's
true.
What's going to happen. That's why it's that way. It's the easy thing. That's the easy way. That's the way that marketing agencies want it to be. Let's just sell people the easy dumb thing.
That's what they was just talking about yesterday. I was just hearing about what is it called? The twerking bitches. Basically, the whole rap.
Megan Thee Stallion?
Whole rap. They basically saying if you a woman and you willing to sell a piece of ass and you got a lot of young women following you, they're gonna market the shit out of you.
Oh yeah.
If I
transition to hood rap, dude, my career's made. If I just start talking about selling drugs and doing drugs and fucking bitches and making money and shooting guys and joining a gang,
you'll blow up.
I'll blow up.
Yeah.
And it's just true. And I think Ice Cube's he's broken it down in a way that I need to look into, because there's a whole thing where people are insistent that the government has even funded that type of rap. It's gone as far as, in order to,
it was part of the plan.
I think Ice Cube was trying to say that they wanted gangster rap to make rap look bad, to make rap to lower the whatever was happening with rap, because rap originally, when rap blows up with NWA and all this, it's anti-police and it's protest music,
and they hated it.
And so of course, how does it play out? Within 10, 15, 20 years, all the rap is just the same. It's exactly what you would want if you didn't want independent men with a strong will who are gonna go out and have these strong values. It's none of that. It's kind of the exact opposite.
Go shoot, go kill, and then when you go do it, then go make a song about it so we can put your ass in jail.
Confess on wax about that guy you killed, and then in court,
I call it RICO rap.
RICO rap is so good, bro.
It's RICO rap.
It really is.
Go commit a crime and then go make a song about it. That is the dumbest shit of all time.
Did you see when the lawyer was defending one of these guys, and he was saying that a lot of this stuff was acronyms? So when he says NWA, what he means is nice with advice. That's what he meant every time he said that.
Yeah.
It was like a bunch of shit like that. When he says he has his what's like a trying to think of a good when he says that he rolls up on his ops are ordinary people pushing perfection.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's like it's actually a great defense.
Yeah,
but that's literally what he said in court. Because what else are you gonna do with these RICO raps? I mean, literally, what are you
defending?
Get real creative.
What are you defending?
You're defending a confession.
Yeah.
A literal confession. They'll literally say the street and the time. They'll be like, at 6:49 a.m. I rolled up on this block and shot this guy 6 times in the chest.
And me and you and him and him. We was all in the car.
Yeah.
And then we went back to my mama's house.
And apparently Tekashi 6ix9ine is the snitch. Like I feel
I like how he turning the tables on and calling out the hypocrisy on all that shit.
Well, he's an interesting case. I do think technically he's a snitch. Technically, snitches got stitches.
Yeah,
and
but
he is a snitch.
They fault because if they was real gangsters, they wouldn't have had him out there like that, or they wouldn't have made him think he was. Why would you even? They went against the rules, not him.
Yeah,
like they fucked up. They didn't even gangster right.
Yeah,
they were supposed to extort him, but not. Why would you have him out there doing all the shit he was doing? And they was already under an investigation before he came.
So yeah, what else would he have done? He would have just been the fall guy.
And yeah, the whole point of y'all trying to extort him is because you know he ain't no street nigga. So then why would you want him to get up there on the thing and expect him to be a street nigga when y'all done pretty much tried to do everything to him and punk him and play him?
That's probably the point, though.
And y'all couldn't even do that right.
It's probably a lose-lose situation, and in their mind, they were thinking he's never gonna snitch. Like, we win no matter what. Like, it's lose-lose for him because they win no matter what because they're thinking he's never gonna snitch. And if he snitches, he looks bad, so he's never going to snitch. And that's
they
how it played out.
underestimated that he thought he would care about that. Well,
yeah, because I actually think 6ix9ine handled it better than anybody could.
Yeah.
He's the same exact guy that he's always been.
Yeah, he's the same dude.
Did you ever see the video of him
That's
talking
making
about...
it even funnier now.
He was in the same cell as Diddy and Sam Friedman... The guy who did the crypto scam, I'm forgetting his name, Sam Bankman-Friedman, something like that.
Yeah.
It was, if you don't know anything about that, it's like a crypto scam, and he was kind of like a weirdo. It was part of like a weirdo white people orgy, and they're like selling a bunch of cryptos, stealing millions of dollars.
And so you said the crypto part. You was explaining a whole lot of regular shit. His white orgy.
yeah.
Rich.
The orgy is actually the crazy part. Yeah. And then
is this Donald Trump?
But then you got Diddy in there too. Yeah. Diddy was in the same cell.
Of course you do.
I mean, imagine Diddy having a conversation with Tekashi 6ix9ine. That's a really interesting thing. What would you say to Diddy? I mean, if you just had Diddy in front of you right now, because what Tekashi 6ix9ine said was, "Why wasn't I invited?" That was the first thing he said, which is actually a very funny thing to say. I think if I was gonna ask Diddy any question, my first question for Diddy would be, I would say, because if I was like, if I knew he would answer honestly, and I could ask him anything, I would say, how did you figure out that baby lotion would be that effective? That would be my question. Where did you learn that baby lotion was like the answer? Like, how did you learn that? Because it has to be one experience he had one time, where it was like somebody just lathered up some baby lotion. And
from the white zaddies, Clyde Davis and them, they taught him that.
But like, you don't just buy gallons and gallons out of nowhere. You got to have an affinity for that lotion.
Well, they say he used to like to keep, when they was doing the thing, he liked to keep them oiled up for some reason.
Oiled up, yeah.
So,
I'm sure there's a reason. It's probably because, it's soft as a baby's bottom type of thing. But I'm just saying, there's got to be a significant memory in his mind of the first time. Maybe it was like when he was a kid. Maybe my mom lathered me up and I just loved how soft my bottom was.
Something like that.
It could be like something goes real deep.
Well, we know it's some kind of child traumatic thing that happened. We just don't know what.
What makes a Diddy?
Yeah, we don't know. What made the diddler? We'll figure it out.
Diddy diddler. I mean, it's like you say you'd go back and kill Hitler. Would you go back and kill Diddy? And how? How would you know it's Diddy? Just like how would you know it's Hitler? It's the same thing. You never really know until it's too late. So how would you know? Like, when does the monster of Diddy form? Because like the funny thing about a Diddy too is there's always like that thing where once it happens and all the news breaks, everybody's like, oh yeah, everybody knew. Like, everybody knew.
Yeah, that's
it's
the
like,
thing that be blowing me.
Did they? Like, how does this work? Same thing with not Epstein, but Epstein too, but Weinstein with Harvey Weinstein, where it's like there's like award shows where they're making jokes about how creepy it is. It's like
it's kind of weird, yeah, because it's like y'all just kind of let it happen.
I'm pretty sure it's 50-50, yeah.
The thing about Diddy parties, the thing is it was kind of out because everybody kind of knew.
But I think it's the same thing with Weinstein. I think like Weinstein, it was kind of out where all the actors are like there was a big story with, I want to say it was Brad Pitt. And of course this wasn't public until after Weinstein stuff breaks. But it was like Brad Pitt already knew all of the stuff going on around Weinstein, and his girlfriend was going to be cast in one of his movies. And so Weinstein had asked her to do something, or maybe he asked to meet with her privately in a hotel room, right? And Brad Pitt was pissed off by this, and he was the one actor who, you know, he went up to him and said, like, don't you ever talk to my girlfriend that way? Like, you're out of your fucking mind. Like, you just don't do that. You're crazy.
Everybody just needed some pussy at stake.
Yeah.
Brad was like, hell no.
I feel like I would be that guy. I like to think that would be me.
You think Brad knew before then, or
he had to have known? I think he had to have known
because he knew what the reputation was.
Exactly. Yeah, and so he's probably already thinking going into it, and I don't fuck with this guy.
And Weinstein, who we talking about? Is it Weinstein?
It's Weinstein, yeah.
Well, he probably had this thing where, I'm fucking Brad Pitt's girl.
Yeah.
Like, or whoever girlfriend it is, if he, you know, like,
or he's thinking like almost like it's like I can do whatever I want. I can fuck any bitch I want. I can fuck anybody. It could be Brad Pitt's girl. It could be this guy's girl, that guy's girl. I don't care. I'm a studio executive.
Yeah, you want this
I ask an actress to show me her tits so I can give her a role. I'll do it.
Yeah.
I think it's like that type of mentality.
Yeah, that's what I think.
And at first you get away with one thing, and then you get away with something bigger, and then you get away with something bigger, and before you know it, you're the legend. But nobody's telling the secret. Nobody's gonna say it
but
out
everybody
loud,
knows.
But everybody knows until it's too big, and it just all comes spilling and boiling over. I don't think that was Cosby. I think Cosby's actually different. I think Cosby, nobody knew. That's what's so crazy about Cosby. Yeah. Is Cosby came out of nowhere. Cosby was just like, whoa, what?
In the
47 women?
Yeah.
Or whatever the number was.
It was like, whoa.
Cosby was busy. Nuts. Because Cosby's like, there's no clip you can go back and look at. Like, oh yeah, we had him figured out. Like, no, we just had no clue with him.
Nobody knew.
He just seemed like the weird old uncle who was just kind of goofy.
Yeah, nobody. Cliff was getting busy.
He was unk, but not the unk we thought.
Not the right one. He was not. He Cliff Huxtable.
I just think like that's what's so nuts about those things, though, is how long they go under the radar, and then how it all just boils over, and it makes you wonder what's the next one, because Diddy just kind of came out of nowhere, but then it wasn't. Then it was like, oh no, we all kind of knew about Diddy, and then you look and you realize there's all these clues. So it makes me think, like, do we have any obvious ones? I don't think we do, but that's
the thing. Which ones is obvious?
Who's it gonna be?
Because I mean, you're right. It's Hollywood. As long as any kind of entertainment business around, it's gonna be some kind of thing like that, and
it's always
somebody's
be
doing
there.
it.
Yeah.
So then it's just gonna be like, who's doing it? So that is funny. We can start investigating right now.
Yeah.
Anybody got any kind of smut on their name? Let's start looking into them niggas and follow them around for the next 10 years.
I would say
it's preventative.
You got to probably look for the most successful ones, because that's the problem.
Oh yeah, you got to have some power.
Yeah, and it's the one.
I'm out.
Yeah, right.
I'm out. Don't even look in this direction.
Yeah,
I have no clout, no power, no nothing.
I'm totally out too. I'll accept that, because like the thing is, like, I think that's kind of part of the whole crux of the problem. Like, it's this weird issue where I think the people who have the most power are the ones who take advantage of the system the most. And so the system itself is built to reward those people. And so the system has to fall apart for those people to even get caught. And so it's probably always going to be those people, like, and that's actually kind of part of the problem too, in the sense that, like, how many good movies did Harvey Weinstein have his name on? A lot. Yeah. And so then it's like, okay, Well, how do you keep having good movies without having these people who do just take advantage of the system? Because it is going to be those people who have their names.
What if he would have got kicked out like as soon as it started to happen?
Yeah, we would have lost so many good fucking movies. It's a tough problem you got here because, like, if we actually figure it out real quick, if we start our investigation and we find him in 3 months, we might miss out on the next Citizen Kane, dude.
Well, you got war. They so good, they probably just be independent. And then like, who's this weird ass creepy dude making all these good movies? And then you got to go with the moral dilemma of you already knew what he was doing, but now he done still made the movies, but just independently. So now do you watch, knowing that they then got kicked out already?
You're right. You're
so
right.
What if we would have kicked out R. Kelly a long time ago before he started making the music, and then he would have had to do it as an independent artist? But y'all like, this is the nigga that was raping the girls, and then he still do the music though, and now and he didn't do the music already. So dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
That's a. Before the rape.
This
we
is like
a chronicle.
This is the Killing Baby Hitler. It's the same thing.
Yeah, what if we would have just banned him and not made him? What if they would have put Manson in a band and let him be in a band? Marilyn Manson. And he just would have been a guitar, but he would have been out there on the road.
That's what we got to do.
He wouldn't have had the code. He would have had to. He would have been on road killing bitches on the road truck.
Like rehabilitation is what we're thinking. Maybe we just put them in a different situation. Like we get them out of here, put them there.
The fork in the road.
Fork in the road. Okay, so let's say, I'm just going to say for the sake of argument, we're looking in the comedy world. Who could it be? Who's the most successful? I hate to say this, and he can come on the show, he can defend himself, but we got to look into Matt Rife immediately. Okay, we got to look into Matt Rife because the problem with Matt Rife is it's just too much too quickly. And I think what it is I don't think he's a Harvey Weinstein exactly, but I think with Matt Rife, what we might find is he's more of like a James Dean type, right? Mm-hmm. Where he's not Harvey Weinstein, but he's pulling the James Dean, and that's suspicious.
Yeah.
Any guy who pulls the James Dean is suspicious to me. Because it's like, you can be good looking, but if you're not a model and you're in another profession and you're pulling that, and you're not an actor, you're not a model, you can't pull a James Dean.
Okay.
So that's making me suspicious.
Okay.
So I'm going to go, that's my first area of investigation. And that's big, that's a big name. I'm making a solid claim. I'm saying let's investigate Matt Rife. I'm saying
let's investigate Leslie Jones.
Oh, okay. I like that. Now make your case.
It's too aggressive. She admitted that she just kind of take the dick when she needs it.
That is suspicious.
And just always single. So just saying.
That could just be a lesbian, though.
If nah.
No?
Nah, she too prideful to be a lesbian. She ain't eating no pussy. I'm telling you that right now. She ain't about that life at all. She reluctantly takes the dick, but she ain't eating no pussy.
Okay, you're probably right. All right.
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody came out like, yeah, to get this role, I have to eat Leslie Jones' pussy relentlessly in the room. Well, a little differently, or I have to be out in public with her. That's probably even more embarrassing than eating a pussy.
She made me go on a date with her.
She made me go outside with her.
Yeah. Oh, dude. I mean, like, it is. I think that would be a fun betting thing in general. Like, maybe we just make a website where it's like you get to bet on who's the next person that gets like canceled or outed. Because it's fun just to
come on, Prize Picks. Put me on that future parlay pick.
You put money down. Is that illegal? I don't think it's illegal to put a bet on something like that.
No,
you can bet on anything.
On Prize Picks, you do got culture bets. I just never looked at it before.
Culture bets.
No, they do.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's a culture pick.
You know what's crazy? You can bet on culture bets, but you can't bet on professional wrestling. Like, come on. If I can bet on random ass shit,
that would be hilarious.
I was surprised when I found out on these websites you can't bet on professional wrestling. Because I thought, like, if I can bet on a basketball game, why can I not bet on Hulk Hogan? Like, what's the difference?
Yeah.
I think it's the same. I mean, isn't it all fake? To a certain point, like, don't people really think football's fake? Like, isn't that a big thing in football?
People like to say that it's rigged, though.
That's what I mean, though.
But that's insulting, though.
I think it's insulting, but I think
professional athletes that them sacrifice their bodies, their mind, and everything. They ain't out there doing that except the ones that are now.
Yeah. Do you
And
think
mostly
like,
it's basketball. It's hard to rig football. Basketball is easier in baseball.
how? Like, because but it's the ref, right? You would need the ref.
Well, it depends on what the bet is.
Yeah.
The player can do it if they bet like the dumbass what's his name? Michael Porter brother, Jonte Porter. He was betting on him being bad.
I see.
And he would go out there and then he'd fuck around. But the thing about it is his contract was $2 million.
Yeah.
He was only betting for like $200,000.
And the whole thing is, it's so risky. If you get caught, it's just so stupid. Like because that's so illegal. But if you get away with it, yeah, you make a ton of money. It's so risky though.
Yeah, but now it's not even worth. That's more back in the day when they was doing it, when the mobs really ran it.
Yeah, right.
Like they got the whole league shut down up in I think New York or some shit like that. But
really,
yeah, but back in the day, the mob ran everything: the boxing, and we know the baseball because of the White Sox. We good old Chicago crime, baby, Windy City.
Yeah,
but yeah, but everybody's gambling. It's a thing now. Somebody just got caught the other day. Malik Beasley, he's staying some shit. Malik Beasley, he got caught gambling.
it's because it's so easy. I mean,
Yeah.
it didn't used to be this easy.
Yeah.
I think 2020 was
Yeah,
when.
but it's always been. It's never not been gambling though.
No, it's never not been gambling,
But
but,
like you
you
say,
could
it's-
never do it on your phone.
Yeah.
So like before, if you wanted to do sports betting, you had to go kind of out of your way to do sports betting. You had
Yeah.
to like know a way to do it. Whereas now, you just download an app, put in your credit card information. They'll give you
bonus.
$20 for free.
Oh, yeah.
just to bet the first time.
Oh, yeah.
And if you win, now you're hooked right away. It's like the casino. It's literally like the casino. You walk
Mm-hmm.
in and they give you $20 the first time you walk in, and
And free drinks.
free drinks.
You can't beat the free drinks.
No, you cannot. And so that's what blows my mind is how, because like I have never even bought a lottery ticket. When I walk into the casino, I almost look at it like I'm looking around like, wow, this is
Heaven on earth.
not if you were somebody who likes that kind of thing, I could see that. But to me, I'm seeing like, oh, this shit doesn't work on me. Like I'm looking and it's like I just see bing 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 bing. It kind of reminds me of like when you have a kid and you flash a toy at a kid to distract them. Like it's like this just doesn't work on me. I see what this is. The house always wins.
Yeah.
This is a scam. I don't fall for those. And so
I
I just feel like it's the same thing with like again lottery tickets. I'll never buy a lottery ticket. But the reason I'll never buy a lottery ticket is not because I don't have anything against people who do.
You don't want to be one of those dudes that win the lottery and then end up broke in 2 years because you done wasted on prostitutes and the whores and cocaine.
Yeah, there's that. But I don't think I'll win. I don't think I'll win. I think that it'll never ever happen.
Well, not with that attitude. You gotta think positive.
You sound like my dad.
Talking into existence now.
See, you're my dad. Because this is the conversation I'd have with my dad. It would be like, I would say this, and he'd be like, first time buyers are first time winners. Like, you're out of your mind,
That's
son.
not a thing.
That's what he would say.
That is not a thing.
But it's the whole thing is, I don't even care if people like that stuff. It blows my mind how deep you can go into that pit. Like how much money you can sink into that. And the same thing with sports betting.
Oh, yeah.
How common it is now and how easy it is to get people into that pit of sports betting. You don't even have to go to the casino anymore. You don't even have to buy 20 lottery tickets at the gas station. You pick up your phone and you turn on the game. And you know what it's done too?
I got the
It's
itches right now.
changed sports. And you know how it's changed sports? People don't watch sports for the love of the game anymore.
No.
They don't give a fuck about the game.
They don't care.
They give a fuck about their parlay.
Yep.
They give a fuck about how much money they won, and once they won their money,
They don't
done.
give a fuck about the game. Yeah.
It's kind of sad to me. 'Cause-
Yeah. It's sad in a way, but I'll tell you this.
Yeah,
When I'm not watching my team, I think like that. But when it's my team, I don't give it. I kind of forget the parlay after a while.
I like that.
I do, but I know the parlay is going on. But the parlay is the last thing I'm thinking about.
Right, because you're
When
just
it's my
in it.
team.
Yeah,
But
that
when
makes
it's another
sense.
team, then hell yeah, I need this nigga to get to 5 yards and get out the game.
Because you know what? That's actually a good point. Because it probably gets people watching more of the games too, right?
Yeah.
Like, because they'll watch the game they maybe wouldn't watch because they can bet on it.
Yeah.
Or maybe they would have just looked at the highlights or something otherwise.
Yeah, that's true.
That makes sense. Because I never even thought about it that way. It does get people looking at. Because I mean, one thing you don't really think about is how many people there are in the NBA, in these, like how easy it would be to miss a certain athlete, right? If you don't pay attention to a certain team, like how many people are there in the entire NBA for each team? How many people is it? I don't know.
15.
So 15 times
32.
Damn, it's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows about every NBA player? You'd have to really know your shit.
I mean, I don't see. Here's the thing. Well, I guess
I've never really thought about that.
It don't kind of make no sense. Well, I can't even say that because you got to think about it. The people that watch it know.
The people who are really into it.
Yeah, you have to watch it to know what's going on.
But at that point, you're like an analyst.
But there are probably people that just look at the numbers too.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Because I would think that. Because that's what I'm saying. I would never do it if I didn't think I knew what I was thinking.
I've just never thought about like how many people there are because I mean like I've never gotten too deep into any particular sport other than fake sports, professional wrestling, and so it's just interesting to me how many people, because like even in normal everyday life, like think about how many comics you see at open mics. How many names do you actually know? Like how many times do you see a guy and you're like, what the fuck is that guy's name exactly? Like it's hard to juggle around names in your head sometimes.
Yeah.
Then you think about like basketball, you never even met any of these fucking guys. You just see his name when you're looking up stats.
Yeah,
sometimes.
but most of these people you've been watching since either college or high school.
Right, because they're around so long.
Yeah.
That's a great point. They're kind of like the open mics. You just see them for 5 years and all of a sudden you can't forget their name anymore. Yeah.
Well, some people are more, but then I think some people are more memorable and you just hang out with people more.
Some people are, that's just a principle of life. Mm-hmm. Some people, that's why I don't blame myself when I forget people's names sometimes. I'm like, they weren't memorable enough. That's how I think about it. They didn't make a good enough impression for me to have to remember their name. Because I think like you'll remember somebody's name if they make an impression on you. Or at least you'll remember them for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. You remember them, but you might not even remember their name. I mean, it'll take you a couple times.
I think that's actually like one thing that open mics train you to do, and I think about this like that's why I like doing music at open mics even because I don't even think it's really about me doing my songs. Just like I don't think it's about the comedians doing their jokes. It's about this. I think when I talked with Sir Trey, he said this where it's like he thinks that he used to do like he doesn't really think about the jokes so much as he thinks about like his presence and just what he's like the energy he's putting out there because I think that's what people remember. They don't remember your name, they don't remember your jokes. They might, but really what they remember is like what you were putting out there and what you felt like. That's really what people remember.
The crowd is they rarely remember jokes.
Yeah, when you think you want them to
think about that.
You really want them to remember
the jokes, not the audience.
And the comics are like insulted by that. They'll like be upset that people don't remember. But I think that it's just that most people don't think that way.
Yeah.
They don't remember every little bit. They just remember, oh, he's funny. He was really funny.
Yeah, that's everyone.
He talked about this thing and this thing and this thing. They'll remember like the bullet points.
Yeah, they don't remember the fucking joke, the way it was put together. They were like, that shit was funny as fuck. That's what they say after the show. Not, oh, that part that there. Sometimes they do, but yeah, they don't mention a joke.
Yeah.
They were like, that was funny.
I have a friend who he does music, I do music, and I'll perform or I'll put out a song and he'll always like make a super specific comment. And I think he does it on purpose, like, because he's trying to be thoughtful. He'll be like, oh, I loved this song. I loved this and this and this. And he'll bring up specific things. And I always feel guilty because like I don't have those types of things to say back to him because I'm not listening so super specifically to every little thing that, like when he performs, I don't know the names of his songs and I don't know which songs he did. Because after he performed once, he said, oh, did you hear how I do this different version of this one song? I'm thinking, bro, no one knows you did that.
Oh, shit.
Like, how would I know that? No one knows that. Sorry, yeah.
I didn't say you.
Now you forgot he was there.
Yeah, I did.
But yeah, so it's just funny to me because I think people they just don't realize like nobody knows anything. No, expect that no one knows anything about you and just expect that no one has any context at all times. That's kind of a good way to approach life.
That is a good way.
Expect that no one knows what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah. That ain't bad. It's kind of like being on the road a little bit because then you kind of let loose. I'm like, these people don't know me.
And I think like
you kinda have, like,
you kind of can do
vacation
this
brain
thing
a
where
little
you
bit.
it's like if they don't know, you can kind of break it down, explain it like I'm 5 type of thing, where you can break things down in a fun way. You don't have to. It doesn't like because I think when you go on the road, like I think comics who haven't traveled, like you kind of can tell because they don't have that universal thing yet, where they don't.
Yeah.
You can tell like, oh, they can do that here, but if they were to go like to the south,
Yeah, it
that
wouldn't
would
work out for 'em.
never work. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just the type of thing where I don't even think it's adapting. I think it's just you kind of learn how to make your stuff work in a way that would always work. Like, like your bit, if it's about like racist people, you should work even in front of the racist people.
Oh, yeah.
They should be able to laugh at
Oh,
themselves.
yeah. They're the ones I like to do it in front of the most.
Exactly. That's the funniest thing.
Yeah.
Because I think they are going to get it more than anybody.
Yeah,
They're
they
like,
be cracking up.
That's me. That's me.
Shout out to the racists out there, man. I love y'all.
They want representation.
Hell yeah. They be out there.
But they don't
know.
like being made fun of in a mean way.
Oh, no.
They want you to be nice about it.
No, that ain't good. You'll get your ass beat.
Yeah, they'll be racist to you.
Yeah, you don't want that. In the wrong kind of way.
Yeah, in the wrong way. Because I really think it's like that's the beauty of comedy. Even is we can do this. We can take that joke that's ridiculous, and it is poking at the bear, poking at the elephant in the room, and I can go and tell it to anybody, and they'll be all able to laugh. I think it's a problem when you make a joke that only these people. But then there's also the other side of it where have you ever heard the Patrice O'Neill quote where he said like a great joke, half the audience should be horrified and the other half should be laughing hysterically.
Yeah.
Because I think it's like a mixture of those two things.
Well,
but
yeah.
that again goes back to earlier. You got to be a genius. Like at that point, you got to be so good.
Well,
that,
you're a puppet master.
Yeah.
You're pretty much up there just trying to,
and
make
like
the
that's
thing
why
go.
I think there's a misunderstanding a lot of the time where people look at these great comedians who do that and they'll think that they can be that puppet master.
Yeah.
And you just aren't there yet. It's so hard to do that. To walk that line so perfectly unless I think comedy is this interest, and I like to think that it's built into comedy, but it's also in other art forms, especially music, where you really don't just get to do it for 2 years, 3 years and be good at it. You really don't. You have to do it for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. That's when you really start to understand all these underlying mechanisms. And like we were saying earlier about like getting in the rhythm of it and the flow state.
Yeah.
I don't even think you're in the flow state for the first couple years of doing something. I think you kind of just have to force yourself to do it for a while until it's your natural thing you do every day and you don't even think about it.
Yeah.
But it takes years. I don't think people like to admit that.
Yeah,
But
that's
comedy, you have to admit it.
you got to admit it.
Yeah.
Because they say you ain't shit till you 10 years in comedy anyway. They let you know in the gate.
10 years is a good one. I love
10.
that.
It's
I
like-
like 10. I think that's actually the proper number. 'Cause
Yeah.
like I said, I've done music for 13 years. I would argue I've always liked, I think I've always been good. But my early stuff, I'm so glad I started when I was 13. I'm so glad. Like
Yeah.
I would say comics, like if they could start when they're 15 to 20, they would have such an upper hand because everybody's starting in their 20s. You would have such an upper hand if you could start in your 15 to 20 because not only that you're your novelty comic because you're the teenager, but also like you get time to iron that out before everybody else because your first years are not going to be great no matter how good you think you are.
Yeah.
It's what happens.
You're not going to be good, yeah.
You're not going to be good. Filmmakers, any filmmaker you love, go back and look at their first film they've ever made, their student films, their earliest work. There's no way it's on the level of, and it's not just budget, it's just like you can see them starting to figure everything out. I think that's what's cool about art is you can go back and look and you can see people figuring shit out. Like, oh, they didn't really get that yet. That's why I think you should have faith in those people at the open mics who aren't there yet sometimes because, oh, they're figuring it out.
Well, it's a difference between not being there yet and just being straight up trash.
Yeah, there's a difference. But like, yes.
But you talking about people that's not there yet. You can, even if they're not good, you can see it. You see where they going with it. You can see it, and you can be like, oh yeah, they just knew.
I think it's the intention. I think it's like you can see that they're going anywhere at all.
Yeah.
You can just see that they're trying to go somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if someone's going nowhere, I think everybody can kind of feel it, you know? Like if we're just on a bus and the bus has no destination, we're all just looking around on the bus.
Yeah,
like,
this ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
But then the thing about it is, damn, I lost my train of thought. I was talking about new comics. Oh, a lot of new comics when they first start, they try to talk about things that they shouldn't be talking about as a new comic. They try to be like, they try to get their point across. They try to get their agenda across. They try to do their politics instead of just being like, this is who I am. This is where I'm from.
Right.
This is what I do. This is what I like. This is what I don't like. They try to be like feminism or male women stuff or politics or George Bush, and you can't start off doing that when you new.
Or even the opposite.
It's not gonna
like
sound
even if you went up
good.
there and went like MAGA, Donald Trump, RFK, you just like all those things. You can actually say all that stuff, and people get convinced. They're like, you can't say certain things. No, you can say pretty much anything. It's just what you're saying. People will go up and they'll try to jump right into all that stuff before they even know how to get there. You know, and you talking about yourself is the cheat code. It's talking about like introducing yourself. Hi guys, this is me. And like, you know, a lot of people will tell you that, what do you look like? Like, what do you look like to the audience? What is the audience perceiving you as? Address that, right?
Yeah.
Because that's, oh, I know I look like this. Da 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 da. I've been called this my whole life. You know, like. I feel like if I were to go up there, if I was to ever do stand-up comedy, I have to address that I'm a rapper. There's literally no way I don't. It's just like part of my stage identity. So I think I have to make a joke about that. It's literally, but in my mind, it's just like obvious. That's the first go-to obvious thing. And that's like, but people would go the other way. They'd be like, hey guys, so basically I'm a radical feminist. I think all men should die.
It's like, okay.
Can I get a round of applause for killing men? Thank you.
Yeah, that is a thing. That is
and it's
a
like,
thing.
you can actually be that. You can even talk about your radical feminism and talk about how all men should die. You just can't jump into it
The
like
deep
that.
end.
Yeah, because I think like it's like that same thing of turning an audience against you. Like I've seen people do that where it's like they're wearing that politics on their sleeve, and it's like they want those people who disagree with them to be the enemy. And I think, like, again, like, comedy is this beautiful opportunity to bring people together. Like, you can have people who completely disagree with what you're saying laugh at your joke.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what's awesome. Like,
it's
like
the magic trick.
It's a magic trick, yeah. Like, I could totally not like that you even said that, but I'll still laugh because, oh, you got me.
Yeah, and that's where the delusional part comes in, because they say you got to be a little delusional to think you can take a room full of people that don't know you and you don't know them, and you can make them laugh. Like,
I think you do have to be.
You got to have a little bit of the delusion in your head to think you can do that.
You do. Especially if you don't know anybody. Like that's what I experienced. Like I think that's when you first start in any scene. That's the real weird feeling. Like that was I remember, because to me it's about. I mean, I've been making music for so long, but when I first started going to comedy mics here and just, I mean, I'm doing something nobody else would ever do. I'm going up and just rapping.
Yeah.
So I am already against all odds. Like this is an uphill battle.
Yeah.
And it was just so weird, such a weird feeling, because I didn't know nobody. I knew nobody. And so if you knew one person, it always felt like a safety net. I just remember seeing like with the one guy I know and being like, oh, okay. Like
this guy,
he knows
you know me.
He believes in me. He knows me. He's got me. But like, you know, it's a very weird feeling, like when you don't have that. And you have to be delusional. You have to literally convince yourself, all right, I got this. Like, because if you go up there and I think that like, that insecurity is see-through. So if you go up there and you have that in your mind, that idea, you just fuck up on accident. Like it's just seething out of you.
You already
your
defeated
awkwardness.
yourself already.
Yeah, like you have to be delusional. You have to convince yourself, no. And like it goes almost against what I said earlier of like convincing yourself that like go, because you have to be in the room you're in, right? So you can't convince yourself you're in a different room. Like you don't know these people. So you can't like pretend they're all your friends, but you still have to like in your mind believe in yourself. And like you have to tell yourself, I am the shit. I know I'm the shit. Even if these people don't like me, I'm still the shit. Yeah. And it doesn't even matter if this room doesn't like me. This is my moment to prove to them that I'm the shit. If I fail, I failed myself. Yeah. But I know I'm the shit. Yeah. Like that's in my mind.
That's the delusional
what
part. Yeah.
That you have to think that type of delusion.
Yeah.
Like even if I fail, that I really fail? No, not really. But you know, maybe they just didn't get it this time. The problem is when you're that type of delusional and then you bomb for like 10 weeks.
Well, that's bad.
And you still keep thinking you're the shit.
Yeah, that's where the interesting part comes in at. That's where the interesting part comes in at. That's when you become an experiment.
Yeah.
On like what makes you? Where's your delusion level at?
With those people, I always have to think about like, damn, they keep coming back.
I'm like, what else did you? I mean, because I would be like, what else, dude? It's nothing more important in the world than time. You can't get it back, and you're losing it every second. What are you doing? Wasting your time doing this and the things you got to go through to be. That's what I'm saying. Like, do you feel what I feel when things don't go right? Because, that takes a little bit of your soul. But for you to keep doing that shit for a year, 2 years, 3 years, and you just been out here just all these 5 years wasting your time doing this, going through the emotional and mental drain that it takes to do this shit.
I used to think that people were just in denial, but I remember I talked with Aaron Putnam, and he told me he had this person he knew who he would always say he killed, and he would be there, and the guy never killed. Like, the guy never, ever, it was always a bomb, but the guy would leave it and go, oh, you should have seen the other night I killed at this place. And the guy's just delusional. So, like, I think, like, a lot of it is people in denial.
I met somebody like that.
There's a decent amount of people who are just pure delusion, and that's fascinating to me.
That's what I'm saying. That's one of the interesting parts.
Because like the problem is you have to be delusional, like we said. So you actually have to be a little crazy in order to succeed. But there's levels to delusion even. Like there's delusion that's realistic, and then there's delusion that's just, what world are you in, dude? Like, in what reality is this working? Because the thing is, like,
because it's so obvious that you would think that it would be obvious, because the whole point of the comedy is to make people laugh,
and they never do.
You're not doing it.
They never do.
What makes you keep being able to do it? What makes you even? I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's like, do I have nuts when you think about that? Because what makes you keep doing it and you keep failing at it? That is. I can't think about what kind of mind state that is, because I would never be in that.
I would just give up at that point.
Like,
I would be like, this is not for me.
I got other stuff to do. Like, I would be trying to find what else am I good at. It got to be something else, because you're going to waste all that time, and then what?
And I actually think it's that type of like dad love that those people need sometimes. I think it's like everybody's being really nice to them.
That's
I think
the problem.
Somebody needs to go up to them and go, dude, are you sure about this?
Yeah. But see, that's the problem. You'll tell some people that, and they'll be, what do you mean? You just, I'm like, no, you're not good at this.
Yeah.
Like, we need to have grades.
I think when I was talking with Emily, the last time I had her on the podcast, it was one of the clips that we posted, and it was her talking about like people just don't know their role, right? Like there are people who just are comics, but they're not really comics. Like they're actually producers, or they're a photographer, or they're video people. They're so good at this one thing, but then they're like trying so hard at this other thing that they're just not gonna do. Yeah. It's kind of why I've never tried it, because I just know like that's not calling me. There's nothing in me that's saying, oh, go do that.
Yeah.
Why would I force it? You know?
Yeah.
Like, because people who are comedians, there's something in them that's calling to them, saying like, no, this is me, is what I want to do. Why the fuck else would they be going to these mics?
Yeah, don't make no sense.
And so that's why the delusion's fascinating, because it's like, well, why would somebody, like you said, if it's so obvious to everybody involved this is not working, why would they keep doing that? Why wouldn't they just embrace the other thing that maybe they're way better at?
That's what I'm saying. I thought this would be like Little League, where it's like everybody was in it because they had the love for it.
Yeah.
And then you would eventually see the people that's good at it, and the people that's not good at it would just be like, okay, I'm gonna produce. I will help you out. I will help the good people
really
out.
Should be producers. I actually think that's most of what
I'm gonna
they
be a
should
producer.
do. Yeah.
But they kind of get caught up in the politics too, though.
Yeah.
Because either they're doing it or they're used to do it, or they're not good at it. So then they still kind of gatekeep to the point they not really like, I'm gonna put the good people up.
Yeah.
They still picks and choosy too. But
they do.
It should be like Little League, bro, where you ain't good at this, but you can do this, and you're still a part of comedy.
Yeah.
You're still a part of it. Like, you can work the door, or you can do, like you say, produce or write or something. But it's the reason why they got references on the job application.
Yeah.
Once, like, most of these people, like, this was my thought process. When were you the funny person? Was it family? Was it friend group? Was it work? Was it sports? Was it somewhere? a lot of these people don't check that box.
Right.
Like, where were you the funny person at? Were you the class clown? Okay. Were you the funny person in your family? Were you the funny person in your friend group? Work? Sports? At no point in your comic life before now were you that person in your group. So now, why do you think you can be one of these people in this group?
Yeah.
It don't reference. You gotta have a reference. Where are your reference points at?
So it's interesting to me because we were talking earlier. I think that the whole thing with like followers and booking based on this, I think it started, I didn't know this, but James Fisher Jr. Of Trigger Warning, he told me that it all kind of started around 2014 to 2016. And what does that coincide with? Coincides with the rise of social media. And so I think like really what happened, oh, no, and what he told me was not that it's booking based on followers. He told me that the visual evidence that he saw was that the bookers of these clubs stopped going to open mics around that time.
Yeah.
And they've never went back since. And that's just a fact.
That's true.
That's what happened.
That's true.
And why? Well, it's pretty easy to figure out. That's why I said it. Social media.
Yeah.
Social media came along and they stopped looking at that kind of thing. And that's where you get these people that don't check these boxes. That's where this stuff happens, right? Because now it's not so much about being personable.
Yeah.
Like what you would see before is you would see somebody's got to be a good hang. That's literally the point. You have to be a good hang. I want to be around you, and that's how you're going to get booked. And the way I'm going to find that out is I'm going to find you at an open mic. I'll see you out. Maybe I'll go to one of your shows. Maybe I'll go to shows and scout talent, which is something that used to happen too.
Oh, no. Oh, no. What a novel thought,
What a novel thought, yeah. And by the way, comics love seeing that type of thing. A producer in the crowd is exciting. And it's just like if you saw, like if you're a rapper, you see a manager in the crowd. It's exciting.
All right.
So, you know, that's... you would see them and you would pick up their energy. Like this is what I do when I book this. Like if I see somebody who's kind of maybe on my mind and then I see them at a mic or a show and they just give me like a bad vibe, I'm like, maybe they're having a bad day, but I trust my instincts. And most of the time it's just the case that they're just not, it's just not the same. It's not my wavelength. And you can pick up on that type of stuff. That's how you book things.
Yeah.
And so that's how you curate talent. It's how you curate a show that represents what you want. And so you would go to these mics, you'd see these people, you'd feel the energy, you'd watch the way they pick up on a crowd. How do they react? What is their instincts? Do they know how to fill in 5 minutes, 10 minutes? Does this person seem like a person who's just a short, quick set guy, or is this a guy who could handle 20? There's all these things you can figure out.
Learn if you're actually there.
If you actually give a fuck, yeah. And none of this stuff happens if you're just looking at a social media account that has no clips. Or like, there's even accounts that just don't even show you what their comedy looks like. So how am I supposed to know?
Yeah.
Like if it's just somebody's profile, but there's nothing. So how am I supposed to know? And I'm not even saying that that person's a bad comic. I'm saying that the only way you know that person's a good comic is by seeing them.
Yeah, you got to go out there.
Old school.
Yeah, when I book my show, don't send me no goddamn clips. Like, please don't flood my inbox with clips. I'm out. I see you. Like I see you. There's nobody I ain't seen. You don't need to send me no clips.
Yeah.
I made a big old post about it. Stop inboxing me because I'm not looking at your clips. I see you.
And clips is though like people will just tell you won't get booked unless you got a solid 45-second minute clip, which is true for most producers, but that's not the old school way. The old school way is I'm gonna see
come
you.
Outside.
Yeah, be outside. And to me, it's just something that I've had cases where it's like I have booked that way where I just, this person has a big following, I'll have them on, and it can be awkward. And it'll be that thing where it's like I'll realize, this is just not my type of person, and it's fine. Like it's not like anybody's wrong or anybody's a bad person for that. It's just what you'll find is what I would do is if I have an awkward interview, I have an awkward conversation with somebody, the only thought I ever have is, I wouldn't bring this person back. Like this isn't a vibe I want to have. This isn't fun.
Yeah.
I want to have fun here. And it should be the same thing with the show you're producing. If you have a comedian who comes on and they like, that wasn't what I wanted, you don't book them again because they have a following. You say, that's not what we want here. And it's like, I just don't think people think that way at all. They're not curating an experience. They're not making a show. They're going purely off of, how do we get people to come out? And that's the only question they ask.
Yeah, how do I make that money?
How do I make that money?
Shit, even when I book my show, I'm gonna be honest with you. Well, it's different than a podcast, but I book people that I didn't even kind of fuck with like that, but if they was good comics.
But that's
we
what
don't
I mean.
We don't gotta hang out, but I mean, so my friends is on there, but you can come do the thing and get your bitch ass on. You still gonna get paid.
Comedy's different, yeah. Because I mean, I guess this I have to talk to you.
Yeah,
That's the difference.
Yeah,
Because
that's
like
different.
comedy, if somebody's a solid comedian, they can like be a little bit awkward or hard hang sometimes, and that's fine. Like
Yeah.
sometimes it actually
we don't
contributes.
gotta hang out. You just come do the show and get on.
Exactly, yeah.
But I'd rather put a comic on that I don't like that's good than to just have my friend that's bad.
Me too.
That's the complete opposite of what we here for.
I'll say this because this is something that bothered me, and I think it's an experience that is what it is. So, I can't give too many details. So I put together the show, and I have this show that I put together, and I have somebody
Was it
else.
music or comedy?
It's both.
Oh.
And I have somebody else who's a part of the show, and it's really my show, not their show. And so...
Oh, here we go already. We got KD and Westbrook in the building.
Because the thing is, this is my thing. I book it. I put it all together. Really, it's like, I want it to be the type of thing I can bring other people in, and it's us. It's me and you. We're working together. But really it's me, and it's just in affiliation with this, and it could work with anybody. In affiliation with Rovaughn Hill.
Is this an ex-girlfriend?
No,
Oh.
we're still together.
Oh, God.
And so that's why I'm being careful. I'm trying to think, how do I do this right? But like, the whole thing is, we put together the show, and I liked the lineup. I liked everybody who was there, and everybody who came out and did their thing. But I remember, like, immediately afterwards, because like the venue this is at, there's a stage that's like in the back, and then there's also the bar and everything else. Like, it's like a venue where there's all this shit, like the bar and all the pool tables and all this, and then in the back they have where the showroom is. So all the comedians were hanging out in the bar area over here. They weren't hanging out in the room where the show's going down.
Yeah.
Like, I give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care what anybody does. Like you said, you don't have to hang out with me.
Yeah.
I'm paying you to be on stage for the 5 minutes I asked you to be on stage.
Yeah.
That's what I'm paying you for.
Yeah.
Apart from that, you do whatever you want. You showed up for me. I appreciate that you showed
Yeah.
up and did what I asked you to do. That's how I think about it. That's the professional mindset in my mind. Is
Yeah.
like, and the thing is, you go to comedy clubs, that's what you'll see. A lot of comedians don't really watch the show.
Oh, yeah.
They hang out in the back and they come out when it's their time.
Mm-hmm.
That's why some comics hate when you do a bunch of crowd work, because then they're expected to know everything about this guy in the front row, and they weren't paying attention.
Yeah.
And you'll see that a lot, where comedians will come out and they'll mention that guy that sticks out, but that guy's been mentioned 4 times already.
Yeah.
And they don't know anything about that guy, even though
That's
we
why I
already
like
talked
to-
about how he's married, and we already talked
Yeah.
about.
That's
so
why when I'm at shows, I like to sit in the crowd.
I like to be a part of it too, but I don't blame anybody for their process, right?
Yeah, that's
And
true.
so this other guy who was a part of the show, who was like the one who's not running it, but he's a part of it. He immediately, when we left, like, he's saying to me, "Oh, the next one we book, we got to have like real people on. We got to have real people on who are going to be there the whole show. Like, I don't like that fake shit. People hanging out at the bar, not even being there for
That's
the show
what
the whole
comics
time.
do anyway.
And that's why I said I think it's an experience. I just think he has not put together enough shows with actual comedians.
Yeah.
He
You
doesn't
don't know. That's what we
realize
do.
that was normal. And he's trying to tell me, no, we're only gonna because it makes me understand his booking philosophy, like why he does his stuff the way he does it. He says, I only want real ones. I only want my friends who are gonna be there the whole time. And it makes me think, oh, that's why your shows are that way. Because you're like, he's not thinking big. He's not thinking put together the best show with the best
yeah.
comics. He's thinking, let's just put together a show with my buddies and we're all gonna have a good
hang
time.
out, yeah.
And that's not
doing
what
the
I'm
thing.
doing.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm with you. I want to be there. I want to be in the consciousness of the crowd. I want to see everything and witness everything that they witness. So that way, when I go up there, I'm carrying all that.
Yeah.
Because that's where their heads are at. But
they
I
are-
don't care if you're the type of person who doesn't want to do that and you just want to hang out at the bar. Who gives a fuck? I don't own you.
Yeah, that's what comics do.
Yeah, that's what most of them are tired of comedy and they hate it.
That's another thing. You like, people don't understand. Like, dude, you hear so much comedy,
and you hear so much
really-
bad comedy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the thing. You got so much bad comedy, and you got to get away from it.
Yep.
That's why I like, another reason why I like kind of going out of town to another city too. I can finally pay attention to.
You think, are the
people.
topics different? Like even the topics and the things people bring up.
In Philly, they was all trying to be Seinfeld.
Yeah,
that was annoying. And in New York, they was just a whole bunch of rich niggas that thought they was funny, but they wasn't funny.
I think no one in New York realizes how rich they are because they're all like paying $3,000 for rent. You know?
Yeah, but it was some good. It was always some good people, but it's just they.
You thinking
the fact, like I say, the main point of what I was trying to get at was it was good to hear people, different jokes or different people.
Yeah.
Even though the funny part about it is, some of the scenes they got some of the same people that we have. It's just a different person, but it's the same person, which is hilarious.
Like the archetype of that person.
Yeah, it's funny to see a person on your scene and another scene. It's like, nigga, you are this person. That's hilarious.
Every now and then, or like once you see it in a certain person, you can't unsee it type of thing too, where like you'll realize, oh, he's just like so-and-so. Oh, he is so-and-so.
Same person.
Yeah. Like there was another time I was doing the podcast and I remember this guy, I realized, oh, he's doing Shane Gillis. And then I realized, oh, he's Shane Gillis. Like he's being Shane Gillis.
Yeah.
And there was another time I was talking with somebody and I was like, oh, he's doing Tim Dillon. He's being Tim Dillon. And like, I think it's just like they can't even help themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also the podcast setting thing doesn't help, right? Because I think maybe they don't do that on stage, but now they're in this tiny little enclosed room and they got to talk for 2 hours. Mm-hmm. And if you're doing the Shane Gillis thing, you know, you might start doing this with your hands. Shane Gillis kind of, because that's how I noticed. It was the facial expressions. He would do the Shane Gillis facial, like the pauses.
Yeah.
And like, you know, it's the same kind of thing where like it's just funny when you catch it because it's hard. Again, you can't unsee it. You it's literally like, it's escapable. I think it happens to all of us. So if you're in comedy in particular, and you're talking a lot. All right, so you might see a comedian you like. You start talking like him. You see that guy.
That happens when people hanging together too.
And then when they hang together, yeah, they start like all having a certain rhythm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You ever see the guy who he goes on? He's popular on Kill Tony. That's how he got big. But he's literally just doing. It's the guy who always does the one-liners. I'm not going to remember his name off the top of my head. It'll take me 2 seconds to find it, though. He's like one of the 2 famous one-liner comedians. He's very famous.
I don't really be watching the Kill Tony shit like that.
Well, not the guy I'm talking about, but the guy he's imitating. Because he's basically imitating this other big comedian from history. One-liner comedians. Mitch Hedberg. He's doing Mitch Hedberg.
Oh, yeah.
But he's doing the exact same thing as him, like basically doing an impression, but with new jokes. And it's like he's acknowledging it even. And to me, that's like the next step above these people who are imitating on accident. Is like you might as well just commit and just go full on.
Yeah, just say I'm doing it.
Just be a cover band at that point.
Yeah, that's what a cover comic. That's hilarious.
Because that's where we're at now. We're starting to get cover comics.
Yeah,
like you might as well commit to that because it's a weird phenomena. You know,
no, it is a thing where you like you say, just comics that just hang with each other, and they just start picking up saying the same things.
Absorbing it.
Yeah, that's why I try not to watch a lot of comedy especially when I'm rolling and I'm outside a lot.
Yeah,
I try not to watch too much.
Yeah, because I think you start
to just see so much too. It just I gotta get away from it.
Like what's funny to me is I'm a musician and really just a musician, and I barely listen to music. I don't like. I will listen to music, but when I do, it's like a choice. Yeah. Most of the time, I'm listening to a podcast or I'm watching movies. That's usually what I choose to do, and then like it's just the natural thing I want to do. And then every now or I'm watching YouTube videos. Who knows? But I'm never really pulling up music, and I think that's just this thing in me that probably makes me more unique. It probably makes me not copy people as much because I'm not ever studying, like trying to do the thing this other rapper's doing or something. I don't even care. I don't care what other people do. It doesn't even faze me because I'd rather be myself. And it's funny, like it makes me wonder because I think like at some point, I don't think I was so much like that when I first started writing music. I think I used to be more like slam poetry, like artsy when I first started writing, and it's probably like the people I listened to back then. And then at some point it got a little bit more like lyrical, and I don't think I ever became a fan of Kendrick until after that happened. But I think that I have a very Kendrick-esque thing. Like I don't even listen to JID, but people compare me to JID a lot, if you know him. And it's funny that people even compare me to him because I don't listen to that. And like, there's all kinds of shit I don't listen to that I've been compared to.
What about Mac Miller?
Yep.
That's what I thought about.
So I never listened to a bunch of Mac Miller until he died. He died. And I love Mac Miller and I connect with his music a lot and it reminds me of the type of music I make. But I never really got into it until after he passed away. And that's another thing that just kind of confuses me. Yeah. Because it's like almost like it's maybe just it was just in the air of the culture and I just pulled it out of the air. It was more so that than me actually even, or maybe I just caught little bits and pieces of it, you know? Because I think that's the best way you can be influenced by things rather than having this thing you're obsessed with that you try to emulate. It should be like 20 different things that you're pulling from. That's what makes you unique is when you pull from 10, 20 different places and you make something that's completely your own. Yeah. And I don't even think you do that on purpose when you're really doing that. I think it's like the type of thing where, and I don't blame anybody who's just starting out for really acting like somebody else.
Have a base.
Yeah, a lot of that's why so many starting like when you first start, there it just happens time and time again. Like, oh, he's literally doing that. Yeah. But what was the reason? What did you say? What was the reason I even brought that up? What was it you said about it? About like people talking like a different comic?
Oh. Well, shit, I almost like even though, like I said, when I went to Philadelphia and everybody sounded like they was trying to do Seinfeld. That was weird. Yeah. But then, like I say, sometimes when you just have a group of people, comics that hang around each other, they start sounding like each other, doing the same thing on stage. And I don't even know if they know they're doing it.
I think that's why LA comics are all tiptoeing around things.
Oh, yeah. Well, they come here and get their ass spanked.
Yep. They just don't. That's what they know how to do. They know how to, like, they're always, because they're used to the audiences who are on alert, like social media audiences who are, you know, they're worried about a camera scene. Yeah, they clubby.
We call them clubby comics.
Yeah,
where they just stick to the little script. They get their little club script, and they just go out there and just run the same shit. Yeah, and it's like, then they come to Chicago and then they be saying that shit, and they be like, people be like, what the fuck are they talking about? Then the Chicago come up in and just bury their ass. They don't seem to come out here as much as they used to. They used to be out here a lot.
Maybe they
probably because they was getting their ass torn in half.
Maybe they learned. New York, or so I was gonna say, Austin's obviously got. They're just trying to offend you. New York, you got. So you said it was like people who are almost like a put on type of feeling type of thing. Like they're just kind of like uppity, almost a little bit like rich people type of. Like what is it?
Man, there was a whole lot of rich. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Because it's different everywhere.
New York is kind of it was bigger, but. They wasn't trying to do like one thing. It was a whole lot of individual people, but they just wasn't that good.
And New York, what I've been told is like, because you made a good point about community earlier. Like in LA, I would wonder if what Austin's open mic scene is like, because I actually don't know.
It ain't that good.
No,
it is terrible.
Ah, that's sad to hear. Because LA, you've got people who they don't give a fuck if they work with you tomorrow. Really, they give a fuck about how you appear on social media. Do you have followers? And if you do have followers, okay, we can work with you. Well, let's work with each other immediately. It's all about networking in that way. It has nothing to do with who you are. It has everything to do with what you appear to be to other people. And that's exhausting. And that's what I've heard about LA in terms of open mics, right? Like after an open mic, everybody's just passing phones around type of thing.
And then they go home.
New York, nobody even hangs out. They're jumping around to 6 mics throughout the day and they have no time to talk to you. They have no time to look at you.
Yeah, no hangout.
Yeah. Whereas here is probably that happy medium, right? Where everybody is everybody's in the game for the right reasons, in the sense that I think like I'm glad that you're putting it that way, because I think that's what people need to say, that things are turning around, that it's not going to stay this way. No. It's not going to be these same 20 people on the bill at these clubs. It can't keep being that way. No. Because there's so many talented people in this community, and what it really takes, I think, is just a few leaders, a few people who are actually going to prop out the woodworks and put this talent in a spotlight and
Yeah.
show that Chicago has this type of shit to offer too. Because I think one thing that a lot of people are failing at is just utilizing social media.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do. We need to put the spotlight on Chicago ourselves. We need to show people there is a ton of funny people right here.
Yeah.
And it's right at our fingertips. It's just that you've been sold this illusion that you need to be booked at this place to be successful.
Yeah.
That's not how it works. There's no clear-cut success in this profession, I guarantee you.
No.
These people who have made it, they haven't made it either, you know?
Nah, they don't. Hell yeah, don't let them fool you. It's a three-car Molly. But yeah, here's the thing: the pendulum is swinging back because you know why? Everybody's talking about it, and all the people that's
Everybody's
thinking
talking
about it is that eventually it's just gonna come together.
It's gonna be like a revolution in the sense that, like,
Yeah.
I think too many people are talking about it, and I think that things like this, even when it comes out and there's more clips, more podcasts, more places where people bring this up, because I think that the club owners and these people who are able to do this, they can only do it for so long before you have that little
It turns the
revolution
other way,
where a
yeah.
bunch of comics come out with pitchforks and they're like,
Yeah.
no,
We
we won't
tired.
have this.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, so there was this thing, I don't know if you saw this. Do you know Abigail Blaze?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I still don't know exactly how to feel about it. But like, so let me see if I can find the post, because I don't want to misquote anything, and it's not going to be hard to find. So basically, it was for this Windy City Comedy Festival. I think this is.
Oh no, I think I know what you're talking about.
You probably do know.
Yeah.
So this is the second year that they're doing it, and so they put out an Instagram story. The people who booked the festival, and the Instagram story was. I wonder if I can still find it. I should be able to scroll down and find it here because she had it on her thing as a green screen thing. So if I can't find it, then it's too bad. Oh, there it is. Okay.
This post pissed me off so bad I had to get out green
I
screen.
guess I'll just play that.
This is presenting as professional comedy advice, and apparently sometimes you just don't get booked because the booker doesn't like you, or you're friends with someone the booker doesn't like. Are we just saying the quiet part loud now? That the Chicago comedy scene is just a circle jerk where people only book their friends?
Oh, hold on.
No, I heard that.
Read in between the
Okay, so just make a solid case. So what the post says is Comedy Wisdom Wednesdays, all right? Sometimes comedy isn't personal. Sometimes you don't get booked because you're not a good fit for the show. Okay, that's you don't have a car. I'm trying to find the part that's under her. The booker doesn't want to rely on someone they don't know. I think that's what it says. You're just not funny yet. Okay, so that's the first part. Sometimes comedy is very personal. Sometimes you don't get booked because the booker doesn't like you. You offended the booker somehow. You're friends with someone the booker doesn't like. You have other issues.
That's wild.
You have other issues that make you difficult to work with and or be around. Okay. So I actually agree with both sides, right? Like, I think there is a point to be made that you do need to get along with people. Like, if you're generally unlikable, then that's not going to be a good way to get booked. That's true. It is crazy to say if you're friends with a certain person.
That's a little childish.
And you shouldn't be saying that publicly.
Yeah, what are you
definitely
doing?
should put that. Even if you book that way, don't say that out loud.
Yeah, you might want to keep that
That's
in between
crazy.
you and the other people.
I would never admit that.
That is wild. That is wild.
But also saying, like, if somebody doesn't have a car, I can get that. But if we're talking about like a show in the city, that is still a little crazy. Because I mean, it's public transit all over.
Or just ask them if they
Or
just
people
ask them if
carpool all
can
the
they
time.
get there.
Can you get there? Yeah. I think what's more so happening, whether either party is right or wrong, is what we're talking about. There's this thing propping up in the comedy scene, this inner turmoil happening where people keep seeing this type of shit and people are getting more and more fed up with
we're
it.
tired of the bullshit.
Because they just want to have fun and they want everybody to have opportunities, and then somebody who has a little swing, has a little sway, comes out and says that. Again, it's like saying the quiet part out loud. It's like just saying, well, actually, we just want to book people that we want to work with and hang out with. We don't really have any time for you other people.
We don't have time for you funny people. We
You're
just
not-
want our friends that we like because of all these quotas that they meet. Get
Yeah.
the fuck out of here.
And I think like if it is the people who did that comedy festival, you had to pay to submit too. So
Yeah, which is always a red flag.
yeah, so we're talking about not only do you have to pay to submit, but the people who are looking at the submissions are saying that. It's a little crazy.
That's a little delusional.
And in my mind, it's your head's not in the game. You
Yeah.
need to do it for the love of the game.
You're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, like it should just be about. I want to have a good comedy festival that makes people believe in comedy here in Chicago. I want to bring
That we
people
got
out
the best
to
talent.
comedy.
We got the best talent.
We got the best talent.
And
we
not
got
even close.
And we got such a fucking big pool of people to get to come out.
Yeah.
Like there's so many people. Like I think I can't remember who said this to me. But it's true. Comedy, like how many draws does Chicago have? Like
We got a
big
lot.
name. Well, I mean, like if you put somebody on a bill, how many people do you have that you know would sell tickets for sure? We have people who have social media followers.
Yeah.
How many people do you know they're a hands down guarantee they would sell tickets? I would say maybe 20 to 30 people. Maybe it's more than that, but I would say 20, 30. It's not a whole lot. And I think the problem with that is this entire thing. It's that there's not this big network of putting people on and
Yeah.
putting new talent in front of people's faces. It's let's just keep these 20 or 30 people. And not even that, like it's just a bunch of people who aren't even those 20 or 30 people,
Yeah.
just random names that we're going to
They
keep
just
putting
come
here.
up, yeah, anybody.
It doesn't make sense. And I just think it's crazy because I like to think that what I do at this show is I prove that you're just surrounded by talent. That
yeah.
that no matter where you go, I could do this show here, I could do it in the middle of fucking nowhere. You're surrounded by talent at all times.
If you put the good people on the shows, people will continue to keep coming back.
And if you're looking for it, you'll find it. Like if you're looking for good talent and you're looking for good comedy, you're gonna find it.
Yeah.
There's no way you won't if you actually look for it because it's impossible to miss.
You can't
It's
not
right
miss
there.
It. Yeah, every show, I ain't gonna say every show, but most shows in Chicago should have bangers on there. You can have people headliners on at least 10 of, I say 15 shows in Chicago.
Who
and not
would you
be
say
bad.
are like bangers in Chicago? Like who do you think are like people who are just like so funny, surefire for any show?
Well, we got the staples where it's like Mike Myers, Blake, Kristen, Zach. We got
So Blake Burkhart, Kristen
Yeah.
Toomey, Zach Elbers.
M. You know M already though.
I like how you
got
talk about like them like everybody knows them, and I'm just imagining the audience going,
They know who I'm talking about.
Who the fuck is M?
No, they know who I'm talking about.
Emily Ogle.
Yeah,
M is awesome though.
Everybody know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think that is the attitude we need to have, right? That's how we create our superstars.
Yeah,
We just go by one name only. I like that.
everybody know.
You're just you're just Ro to me now.
Yeah, we got
You're just Ro.
I mean,
no
we got-
more Rovaughn, just Ro.
we
One
got
syllable.
we still got Dale McPeter around. What's your face just left? Joe McMahon, he just left. We got Junior.
Josh Ocean Thomas was doing really good with his show, but he
Oh,
went
yeah.
to New York.
Oh, yeah.
But he was doing great. I mean, he was doing music and comedy too. He was
Yeah.
like, which is I think a tough thing to do, to blend the two in a way that feels natural. What's he doing behind you?
But they go together though.
What's he doing back there? That was weird. It looked like he was almost seizing out.
Are we having a season?
I don't know what that was. I mean, it's on
Don't make me seize out in this bitch.
it's on camera.
That is on camera. That's gonna be a wild playback.
I've never seen him have a seizure. And like, cause I know dogs will throw up and they'll do that, but it wasn't even that.
Oh yeah,
Well, he's
that's
good.
interesting.
Could have been a nightmare.
That's one for the archives.
I think he was having a nightmare because but usually when he has nightmares, he goes,
Oh
makes
yeah,
those little whimper noises,
got bad thoughts going on in there, buddy. Back from Nam, fresh out of Nam.
I think he imagines giant squirrels chasing him, like because he's the one who chases the squirrels. So I like to imagine it's a giant squirrel.
Probably that motherfucking cat killing him in his sleep.
Probably
That's what I'd be thinking about if I was a dog living with a cat.
dying from a cat murder. Do you have a time limit here? By the way, I should ask you.
No, I'm good.
All right, good to know.
Because the heat is dictating where I stay at in the house.
It'd be like that. It really be like that. Like you don't even want to step outside. I mean, I think it's gonna be cooler for the next few days. But bro, it's like literally 105 degrees outside.
Yeah,
God,
that's
it's
not-
fuck out here.
Yeah, that ain't what I'm here for.
No, I don't know how people live like that in like those states where it's like 115, 120.
That's ridiculous. I used to live in Texas. I almost died. I got down there, I think at the end of August, and I couldn't breathe.
Hell
I
no.
literally couldn't breathe. It was like 105 at 3 o'clock in
That's
the
what
morning.
I'm talking about.
And
At 3 in the morning? I thought you said the
Yeah.
afternoon.
no,
Are you kidding me?
3 in the morning, fresh out the club, and I couldn't breathe for like 2 to 3 days. I called my dad. I was like, "Yo, could you give me a ticket to come home? Cause me and this heat ain't making it out." And then it seemed like it just so happened that it seemed like it turned to September, and it just kind of went down to like reasonable where I can breathe, and that's the only way I
crazy.
stayed because I was about to get the fuck up out of there.
Dude, I couldn't do that. I really don't think I could. I can do cold. I don't know if I could do extreme heat like
Yeah.
that. It's just unbearable. Because I remember my mom was in Northern California, and I didn't go with her, but she was telling me they had to leave at like 6 in the morning just to do anything that day. Because if you waited until noon, it's already too hot.
Yeah.
You have to get everything done in the morning.
Oh yeah, I used to live in San Diego
How long did you live there for?
5 years.
Oh,
I went from San Diego to Dallas,
Okay.
so I didn't have a coat for like 7 years straight. I love that shit.
Yeah. Was it always nice? In the
Yeah,
sense,
it only
like,
rained twice in 5 years when I was in San Diego.
you never like wanted rain though? You never like, oh man, rain
It's
would
something
be
you
okay.
kind of really don't even think about it until it happens.
Yeah. Yeah, like snow. It'd be like if it's snowing. Holy
Yeah.
shit, it's snowing.
But that's the thing though, you expect it to snow. In California, you really don't expect it to rain. So when it rains, you just kind of like, oh shit, it's raining.
Yeah.
But it's only rained twice
Yeah.
in 5 years.
What made you leave there?
Just was out. Well, I was out there for the military, but then I went back after I got out, stayed for one more year. Then me and my homie, when he got out the military, we just moved to Dallas.
And you were in Dallas for how long?
3 years.
And what was that like?
It was racist.
Yeah.
It was pretty racist. Be careful what you ask for, Midwesterners, when you say you want it in your face, because they give it to you. It was interesting.
Yeah.
Besides the heat, it was a different type of living.
Yeah.
And then,
I feel like jumping around though, does that give you like a different perspective being in Chicago and doing comedy here? Do you feel like that gives you a whole different type of like when you see people who have been here, do you feel like you have a different perspective than somebody who's been in Chicago their whole life? I mean,
oh yeah, I think anybody should get out and travel.
I agree.
Because I like,
if not moving, then at least traveling.
there's people on the south side of Chicago that refuse to go to the west side of Chicago or
Yeah.
the north side. Like they're on one side of Chicago for their whole life. They like, I don't fuck with the south side. Like what?
That's crazy.
That makes no sense. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Because it's like you're almost like you're rejecting a part of this city.
Yeah.
And there's so much there. I mean, the South Side's where all the good local food joints are.
Yeah.
It's like you have good stuff up here, but the South Side's where all the cheap shit is. That's really, it's a great deal and it's fucking phenomenal and it's owned by 2 people. Like that's where you're gonna find all that
and it's
stuff.
bigger.
And it's bigger, yeah.
So you got, and you should just go to the other side of the city and it's not that different.
And it's not that different. Just like everywhere where like it is different, but really you realize, oh, we're all kind of the same. Like it's different everywhere, but we're all actually kind of the same.
Yeah, because
too.
when you go to somewhere else and you like somebody else is from Chicago, you like, oh, we from Chicago, so we know how we should act, and if something happen,
yeah.
we together.
And it's just so like I need to travel more, but even going from Michigan to here, because that's where I'm from Flint, Michigan.
Okay.
And then I moved to here, and it's about 5 hours away. And I just remember, I feel like what I would observe in Flint is it almost felt like a hopeless place. It felt like a place where dreams go to die. It felt like a place where even if somebody is a successful artist there's like this weird thing where they are like pretending, like they're acting like they're like Flint famous. Like there's this thing I've noticed, there's like Flint famous people who think they're this big deal. It's like, bro,
Yeah. You're
there's-
small town
this
famous.
is small town famous. This is not shit.
Yeah.
Chicago famous isn't even famous.
All right.
Like what the fuck? And people are delusional. Like I said, delusionals and scales, grades
It's-
of
it's
delusional.
levels to this shit. It's
levels to that
levels to
shit.
it.
And it would drive me crazy. I didn't even really see it for what it was until I started leaving. Until I started going to like Chicago.
Yeah, you gotta
And I would
leave.
see, oh my god, the ceiling is so much higher here, and people from where I'm from are deluding themselves they're never going to get to where they want to be if they stay there. Just like I won't.
Yeah.
Just like I won't.
Yeah, you
and
gotta
that's
leave.
why I left.
Yeah.
It was just because I could see the writing on the wall. Like, there's no way if I was doing this same exact thing, which I was doing, it won't grow in the same way I want it to.
Yeah, you only get to a certain level.
Yeah, are you familiar with Casey Neistat at all? So he's one of the biggest YouTubers ever, and he got so big because he was doing a vlog every day, and really he's more of like a filmmaker, and so he's just really good at making those things. And he's from Ohio, and he just moved to New York, and that was one of the things that I thought about was like, this is this guy from small town Ohio, and his career didn't really start until he was in New York, and that's what everybody knows him for, is all this work he did in New York. He could have never did that in Ohio. Like, people will tell you this lie. They'll tell you, oh, it's the internet. You can be famous anywhere.
No, that's not true.
No, you can't. You need to go where the life is. You need to find people that will... You need to work with real life people and do stuff in real life.
Yeah.
And if you don't do that, it's never going to happen. And especially your show business. We're talking about show business.
And you're gonna be stuck on that one level thinking you good. That's why, especially when I be traveling,
You
I be
have to
telling anybody,
travel.
I'm like, you gotta come to Chicago.
Yeah.
Like, Chicago is where you come test yourself out.
Yeah.
Against good comics, and then you go to LA or New York. But you gotta come up here.
There's the energy in the room is different. Because of all the stuff we've already described. LA's got that social media thing going on. Austin's got that offend us thing going on. New York's got that I'm busy thing going on. Chicago's got that, okay, let's hear what you have to say.
Yeah, we're doing the thing.
Yeah, we're doing the thing.
Yeah, you got to come up here and do the thing. And then, it's, like I said, you'll see the talent gap, and you'll be like, oh, this is a lot different.
Yeah.
Because when we went to New York, they were like, oh, you guys are polished. Like,
I
yeah.
actually would be intimidated if I was a new comic at a lot of these open mics. I've thought about that, especially the ones like a Trigger Warning or a Power Hour, where it's like kind of a little bit.
Well, that be the problem is motherfuckers be telling people that shit, and then it's like, how you gonna scare people from something that you don't even do? and that's kind of the point of it. And the sad part about it is, it ain't nowhere near where it used to be. Like, Trigger Warning and Power Hour used to be in two different places, and
it used to be
they wasn't
poppin'.
for, like, it wasn't designed for comedy. Like,
what do you mean?
Trigger Warning was in the basement at this place called A Drop, and it was like a round room, and some of the people was like, everybody wasn't there for the comedy. They was there for the bar. It was a popping bar. So we was in there, and you actually had to be good, and good comics was in that bitch, and it was rowdy as hell.
Also, the standard was higher back then.
Yeah, you really had to be, and more people was outside that was actually good. But the room, you had to be.
How long ago was this?
This was like, what, 20, when did they shut down? Had to be like 18 or 19. I'm thinking before the pandemic, because I got banned twice, and the last night was I was allowed back in that motherfucker the last night. So whatever night that was, so they let me back in the last night.
Should I ask why?
Because they don't need bouncers at open mics. That's why. But then Power Hour used to be at what the fuck that Gallery Cabaret. And we was mixed in with the bands. So
it was there for a long time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it was half us and half people that was there for the band, and it was fucking packed. So you actually had to be good, because the band wanted us to get off, and then they wasn't there. They was talking in the back. They didn't give a fuck about comedy. So in order for you to get the whole room, you actually had to be good.
Yeah.
So, stuff like that.
And I would say Power Hour has more of that now, but it's still not what it was, right?
Yeah,
where
and it's
like,
still mostly comics. Whereas back in the day, it was any room you can get where it's just as many people or more people than comics is going to be obviously the best.
Oh,
rooms.
I mean, for an open mic, you basically crack the code if you can get an actual audience for an open mic.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I think it's almost unexpected. Like, I is it like that in other places you go, like where it's usually not an audience, like other cities and stuff? Is it?
It depends on where the mic is at. If it's like in a bar where it's like either like comedy bar or something like that, kind of setting, that's when they kind of have people. But most of them,
right? Like, I mean, even here, Laugh Factory, they get a crowd for their open mic.
Yeah,
but they're one of the few.
But it's not as. But on other things, I haven't seen one that big though. Mm-hmm. They don't have them that big. Well, they do got a Laugh Factory in San Diego, but I didn't look inside of there.
Yeah,
but most places it's gonna be their open mics mostly comics.
Exactly, and that's not even the same experience, really. Like, I mean, I actually think that's kind of why I think it's intimidating, because I think if you're in a room full of comedians who are good, and like you said, it probably used to be even more intimidating.
Oh, yeah.
But I think if you're the type of person who likes a challenge, which you should be if you're trying to do something like this, it should elevate you and make you better. But it's intimidating because like this isn't a general audience. This isn't like the people who are going to take it easy on me. Yeah. These are the people who are going to judge me more critically than anybody else. They're the ones who are waiting for their stage time, and they don't, they're watching me waste everybody's time. They're the ones who are hyper conscious of all the moving parts of this.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas like a regular audience, they don't give a fuck.
They don't care.
They don't care. And I really think it's like the type of thing where it irons you out to where if you go in front of that regular audience, it's actually kind of easy, because the regular audience is taking it easy. They're just trying to have a good time.
They're there for it.
Yeah, they're there. They want you to win.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas like the comedians are almost like, poking you with a fork.
They want you to get off the stage. Yeah. They want you to get off the stage.
I think that it's like I would be intimidated if I was just starting out, because I can only imagine, like, I have my thing. I have my thing that I know works. I know I can do it. But if I didn't have that, oh, dude, fuck. Because, like, at a good mic with a good community and a good crowd, which you'll see every now and then, or even just on a good night, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because even mics that aren't that solid, they'll have a great night. Yeah. And on nights like that, you'll just, like, it'll make you feel like, oh, shit, like, now I got to go up there and be as good as the last guy. And I just feel like that's the type of thing you want to create. You want to create a room where people are trying to top each other and be the best and be good. And a room that pushes people and makes things creative. And in order to do that, you kind of have to make the room work against you. In order to make that happen, you kind of have to have a room that's not convenient, that's not perfect, that's not all these things.
Yeah.
Because the perfect room is actually easier. That room is the room where we could all kill in that room. Yeah. Any of us could go up there. You're supposed to,
and if you don't, that's the problem.
I remember the first time I went up at Power Hour, you were there. And I remember, I think it was Brian Rowe who went up after me. And he said, like, what the fuck was that? Like, you're not supposed to do good here. What was that? That was the first thing he said. And I just remember him saying that because he was so right. Like, that's why it threw everybody off. Because I went up and, like, performed. Yeah. And everybody else, like, it's an open mic. No one's trying to kill. Everybody's just trying to get through it and just, okay, I got my set.
Just get your rep in.
All right, just get my rep in. Then So Good, he goes up and, like, boom! And it feels... throws you off a little bit. Yeah. And I think that it's the, if you can do that, it's a superpower, essentially. Like, and I think those people are the ones who are, like, if you're the type of guy who can go up at an open mic and just make it your room for 4 minutes, and you can do that with any room anywhere, that's the superpower. That's what we all are trying to do.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
That's what the reps are for. Yeah. Is once you've got that microphone, now it's your room. Yeah. Because that room will fucking fight you. That room will do everything it can to take that mic away from you. Yeah. It's up to you to keep that mic in your hands.
That's why I like when people say, don't go to those. Like, there's been so many people that were like, don't go to that mic and don't go. Like, why are you telling people that? You already putting something in there. But it's because you're scared.
They're planting that seed in their head. Yeah.
But that's what those mics are for, though.
And it's good to have that challenge. Like I'm saying, like, those mics are for that. And what you'll find if you are serious about having a comedy career is there's all sorts of not ideal situations you're going to end up in.
You're going to run into anything. You never know what you're going to...
You'd have no clue.
And a show way out. We did a show in West Virginia, population of 65. That was... it was actually a good show. The scariest part was the bar across the street from it. That let you know where we was at.
Why?
Because they haven't had blacks since 2023. And they showed.
Like an alien walked in the bar.
Yeah. It was a black guy and a Jewish guy, so that was about the same thing. Yeah. And then the big 6'8" dude walked in, so that was the alien.
It literally sounds like the beginning of a joke. A black guy, a Jewish guy, and an alien walks into a bar.
In West Virginia. Population 65.
You write the end of the joke. It's already there.
Yeah. And like you say, you never gonna do, because when I was in San Diego, they did a bar. It was in the back of a brewery. Uh-huh. You never know. That's why when I first started, I go to a mic, I go up first, then I go back, then I go up last, then I go up, then I go in the middle. Like, I just kept switching it, and you just that's how you take the mundaneness out of going to mics too.
Yeah.
Kind of go sometimes, go up first, go in the middle, go last. Just switch your routine around and see what it's like to be up when nobody's in the room. See what it's like to be up when everybody's there.
Yeah.
See what it's like when you like got to follow a good person.
Because
Like,
I think
all that, you can do all that shit within going to the same mics. You ain't got to just keep, if I'm here now, just switch your strategy up.
Yeah. Yes. And it's all those different moments that present different opportunities. Like not even problems, but opportunities. Like what is going up last rather than going up first? What's the difference in that? What's the difference in the energy in the room? Especially you're talking about like a late night mic.
Yeah.
Everybody's drunk now. Okay, so now you're playing with the drunk audience. So that's not gonna be the same. This is a loose room. These people are going crazy.
Yeah.
This is different than the beginning. And Margot, don't do it. She's thinking about jumping in there. But like I feel like
Not me, I ain't do it.
I don't even like, and again, I always think about it as an opportunity. Like, okay, this is the last 5 people. This is just for them. This is a special thing just for them. Obviously, yeah, it's better to have a big crowd, but who really cares? This is what I got. This is what I got. So this is what we're working with. And it's like the same thing if you go to a show and you had all this stuff planned about like I've heard like musicians do this where they'll have 2 or 3 sets that they'll have ready for a show. And that's actually smart because think about it. Like, say I go to a show and I'm thinking I'm going to do a bunch of heavy rap. I'm going to do a heavy energy, big performance. But then I'd see it's a bunch of like folk singers. And they're going soft.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now I'm going to look weird.
Yeah, now you got to change up.
So hopefully I had that other set ready because otherwise I'm fucked.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing in comedy, right? You see, this is the type of room this is. Oh, they're not going to like the jokes I had ready for tonight.
You got to switch up.
So either you switch up or you just fully commit. And either way, you got to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, you fully commit and it's like a room full of grandmas and you had all those sex jokes. All right, man. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. It's going to be tough.
Maybe it'll work.
Grandmas love sex, but not the way you going to say it.
Grandmas are friskier than you'd think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how are you going to say it, man?
No, that's the reason why you get all them reps in, though.
Exactly.
It's like,
and that's what I was talking about with
know.
Sir Trey. I think that he's like, that's such a solid piece of wisdom. It's like, and I don't think you realize that when you're first starting in any performance art. At first, it is all about getting everything right. It's about, I need to make sure I say all the words. I need to make sure I hit this beat and this beat and this beat.
Yeah.
But what you learn is it's not even really that. It's about how do I get these people to connect with that thing?
Yeah.
Like, I already know what I'm doing. I already know this works. I already know the ins and outs of it. How do I get these people to see it how I want them to see it?
Yeah.
Because that you can tell a great joke, but if it doesn't work and these people don't get it, they just didn't get it.
Yeah.
And there's just maybe, and it's always your fault. It's always like maybe there was a way to tweak that to get these people in this room to get it that way.
Yeah.
And I think it's like a never-ending project. That's this idea I love too, is that it is always a never-ending project. That yeah, I have this thing that's great, but maybe there's a way it could be even better. And maybe there's a way I could add another 30 seconds. Or maybe this great joke that's 3 minutes, maybe I can cut it down and make it 30 seconds or 1 minute. Maybe there's 2 minutes of fat I could cut out and it's fucking a perfect joke. Which is the same thing with like music where you can feel the crowd almost like wander away. You can feel it happen all the time.
That's
and I
crazy
hate
in
that
music,
feeling.
though, because
I feel it. I feel when it happens, I feel it.
They used to have the music open mic on Sundays, and the first thing I was pissed off was at how much time them niggas
Where
was
at?
getting at Gallery Cabaret.
Oh, nice.
They used to have, what was it, Mondays? No, Sunday, because they was have free food on Sundays. Anyway, first thing I was pissed off was how much time they would be getting. Like, but the music
like 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, man? Get these niggas off the stage.
I'm always cramming my shit in 4 and 5,
And they
like you
just-
guys.
that ain't good.
It
And
ain't
then,
easy.
Like, when the shit starts to be bad, I'm like, oh my God. They got like 8 more minutes of this bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is terrible. How come we only got 4 minutes? And goddamn San Diego, it was 3 minutes, bro. That shit was pissing me off.
Woo!
I was like, it's almost defeats the purpose, kind of.
Yeah.
It's like, bro.
I think anything less than 4 is kind of pushing it.
Yeah, because it's like, what?
I've heard
What do you
like
want?
on Kill Tony, I've heard Tony Inchcliffe try to say like, if you don't have a solid minute, then you can't do stand-up comedy. That's the worst
don't
Tony
make- yeah, that
Hinchcliffe
don't-
ever.
That don't make no sense.
Yeah, but he's like, 'cause because you build these sets in minutes at a time. He's saying you build the sets in minutes at a time.
You're supposed to build it in 5 minutes at a time. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's an interesting way to look at things. I do agree with the principle that you should be able to be funny within a minute. If like I get that idea, but I don't think that you can build a solid set out of minutes at a time. You need at least 3 or 4 minute chunks in order to actually build something. Because the thing is, like, we're talking about what is an open mic for. An open mic is for, how do I make a 15-20 minute set? Well, I need a bunch of 4s and 5s.
Yeah.
So how the fuck you gonna do that with 3?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like, it's weird.
And that's 3 times 7. So you need 7 different 3-minute sets. That's the only way it would work.
And the funny part about it is your brain gets so trained to doing that. And I got 5 and I got the times in my head.
Exactly.
Then the 3 just throws me all the way off.
Right, because you
like,
have this 3-minute chunk and this 5-minute chunk and then a 3-minute chunk. And so now your math's all off. Everything's all off.
But that really did throw me off because like I got 4 and 5 stuck in my brain.
Yeah.
And my timer is on that.
You know, I remember learning about, there's this thing, I can't remember who did this video, but it's a study. You can find the video online. It's like bull riders have a better sense of time than everybody else. And it's because they ride bulls. So that 10 seconds to them is not your 10 seconds.
Yeah.
That's a very important 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably the same thing. Like, it's like that 3 minutes, that 4 minutes, it's drilled into your head.
Yeah.
Like, you could just probably by instinct tell somebody when it's been 3 minutes. If we just started now, like, then 3 minutes from now you could tell me. Just because you've done it so many times.
That is what it is. And then when I went down, I was like, this shit is crazy.
Yeah.
But I think and then I don't like in New York, like, motherfucker, you gotta pay for minutes. That's like crazy. I'll never do that. That don't make no sense.
That is a crime. I actually hate that. That is the type of thing that would make me talk shit. I'd be like, are you serious?
Yeah.
And then I would start talking shit. Like, online. I would talk shit online. Not to their face, because that's weird. But it's just like, because I would, if it was to their face, I would at least say, I'm never paying for that. You're out of your mind. I'll go to the free one. That's what I would say to their face. And then online, I would tell everybody, hey, that's stupid. Because it's just like, they try to do that here with some open mics. Some rap mics, which are the ones I never go to because I already know it's that type of shit. That's the game they like to play around here.
Yeah.
Is where you can bring all your friends to the rap mic. That makes you look cool. And it's just a bunch of people that are all friends, probably just trying to impress each other. And the reason you know that's what it is when they have headliners on an open mic, when they have people paying to perform at an open mic. What the fuck?
That don't make no sense.
This is a show. This is not an open mic. You don't pay to perform at an open mic ever. If you ever pay to perform at an open mic, it's not an open mic.
It's not an open mic.
That's just not what it is. You're doing something else. You're doing competition or something.
At one of the mics, it was 3 minutes, but if you bought 2 drinks, it was 5. You got 5 minutes.
That I can understand because it's probably inner politics between them and the bar.
Yeah.
But I still don't like it.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like now you're making me pay to have a better time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it should be the same for everybody.
Yeah.
But I am just cheap and poor, and so I hate everything like that.
Well, yeah, it don't make sense. When I started my open mic, it was on Fridays at 10 o'clock because this motherfucking bar, Patsy's, you had to buy a drink, and the dude would literally snatch you off the stage.
Yep.
If you have not bought a drink.
Yep.
Everybody hated that motherfucker. That's why I started my mic at 10 o'clock on Fridays.
Yeah.
Which is the only time you should start a mic at the same time as the other mic. Is if you really hate them or trying to get them, take them out. Other than that, you are being disrespectful. You're not playing the game fair. But I did mine on purpose.
That's funny.
But yeah, that motherfucker would literally snatch you off the stage.
Yeah.
Because you didn't buy a drink. And then if you didn't buy a drink, he'd come up to you, did you buy a drink? Did you buy a drink? And be like, you got to get out. I'm like, dude, we don't have money. And if we weren't here, you wouldn't be making any money.
I think that all these clubs who do the 2 drink minimums are out of their mind. I think that that's crazy. You shouldn't even be doing a drink minimum because you're losing so much business by doing that. Because all the poor people like me are just not going to go.
Yeah, right. We're just not going to come.
I'm just not going to go. I'm going to see that on the poster. I'm going to go, well, I'll go to a club that's not going to force. Also, what happens is you get distracted because if you have a 2-drink minimum, a lot of time they radically enforce these things, and so you'll be trying to watch the show, and then you'll have a server come up to you every like fucking 2 minutes. Yeah, you're gonna buy another one. Like, leave me alone. I'm trying to watch the show.
That's how it was at the show that everybody.
That's how they always do it.
It's like, bro,
because they're trying to police their minimum, but it's like you're the one taking this so serious because you're the one convinced no one's gonna buy drinks unless you do this. I guarantee you, people who want drinks are going to buy drinks. Yeah. You don't have to force people to buy drinks.
Right.
You really don't. It's a comedy show.
We're comedy. Somebody's going to drink.
It actually just boggles my mind. I think it's because I think it's like counterintuitive. I think they're thinking we're going to make more money, but I think they make less money because less people go because of that. Or they go once and they don't like that. Yeah. And they don't want to be mean or rude or shake the boat, so they don't say that out loud. Because that's what most people do. Most people are respectful and they don't say anything. Yeah. But that drives me crazy.
And it's like, bro, once again, I get back to the point of do your shit at a place where you got to think about it. And if we weren't here, you would make zero money. Think about any money.
Like
zero
meaning
money.
That you're saying like you're the one putting together the show. So if you're putting together a show somewhere and they're freaking out about people not buying drinks, hello, I'm the reason there's people in this room.
Yeah.
So just be happy there's anybody here.
Right. There's nobody here on Mondays.
Yeah.
Nobody here on a Monday,
So
bro.
because we were talking before we started recording here, we were talking about how that's just really the big problem is that these venues you'll have somebody who puts together a show, a producer who's actually trying to get something going. And the way that a lot of these venues and the way that a lot of the people who run these venues work is they're just looking bottom line at selling and making money, and they don't want to give you any credit for bringing people in the room. Right. They don't want to accept the fact that it takes curation of talent and it takes a producer and it takes people who actually give a fuck about a good show to make a good show. They just would rather use the person who can do that and then kind of dispose of them when it's like that person can't ask for a raise. You got your mind. You can't ask for more money. Now you're crazy. I know that you're bringing people into my bar, but now you're getting greedy.
And now you're taking money out of my pocket.
Yeah. And it's just like the only answer is to find your own place. I think it's DIY. I think it's like finding these places that will let it happen and then proving to everybody, no, this is the next thing. This is how we're going to do it. This is where local comedy becomes national comedy. Is this.
This is where the good people come in Chicago.
Yeah, because it actually frustrates me. I think that people who are really good at something are actually more likely to not be good at social media and not know how to market themselves.
Oh, yeah.
That's just so what social media has created is a world where everybody's their own producer, everybody's their own manager. And I think that people who are really good at that, they don't have to be good at the thing, they have to be good at marketing.
Yeah.
And then that's how they excel. And you'll see all these people who are so fucking talented, but the world's different than it used to be. It used to be you needed somebody, one of these gatekeepers, one of these people who's a record executive or part of a label or some guy who could give you your comedy special for HBO. He needs to see you somehow.
Yeah.
And he would find your talent. He'd say, no, I believe in you. And he'd help you get on.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen anymore. It don't happen like that.
Yeah, no, they're not outside like that.
Nobody's believing in anybody.
They're on your Instagram reel.
Yeah, and so I think we need people who believe in the fucking comedy. Those need to be the people, or believe in the talent, believe in the music, believe in whatever it is. Those need to be the people who are putting together something special and putting it out to everybody, because those are the people that are going to elevate that consciousness and bring us all to that place of like, no, we want to see a higher caliber of content. We want to see something better at a live show. And that's possible. And it doesn't matter if you're fucking the big brand that everybody knows. It doesn't matter if you're the club that everybody knows the name of. Who cares?
Yeah, we want the quality.
With the quality. And I think that even though it starts small, all it takes is just a bunch of people pushing that snowball.
Yeah, it's swinging.
Yeah, and that's pendulum swing.
Yeah.
It's swinging hard.
It's swinging.
I actually, like I said, I'm waiting for that revolution, because I feel like coming. I feel like I'm one of the guys on the horses. I want to be. I don't want to say I'm George Washington, okay? But I'm one of them. All right. Can I be? Who's the guy who said the British are coming? The British are coming.
Oh,
can I be him?
Which one is that? That's
The British are coming. He's like.
It start with an A, don't it?
I should really know his name.
I'm too high to think about it.
I'm gonna look up his name.
It's one of those things that's right on the tip of your tongue, and once you say, you're going, oh yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like an idiot for not knowing. British are coming is The British are coming guy. Paul Revere. That's me.
Oh, Paul Revere.
I'm Paul Revere. I'm the guy who's been saying the British are coming. The British are coming. That's me. I'll be Paul Revere.
I'll be Paul Mooney.
Okay. Nice.
These niggas.
We could be like a cop flick, like a duo, you know?
Yeah.
Well,
Paul and Paul.
I feel like this feels like a natural conclusion. It's how that happens sometimes. Sometimes you feel it coming to an end.
We end at the revolution.
Yeah. And the revolution will not be televised. That's why the episode has to end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Sopranos. It's the Sopranos. Just fade to black.
But at the very end here, the show's obviously for 3 to 5 year olds. It's for the children. All right, the show's for kids, and it's my core audience. It's who loves me. And what you got to do, you got to give advice to the kids at the very end. All right, those little kiddies, those kids listening, they're about to exit the school bus, turn off Ruse radio, take off their AirPods, and touch grass. And so it's up to you to give the kids advice, a little nugget of knowledge, a piece of wisdom inside of your brain that's going to make those kids' lives better. That's what you're going to do. And also, 2, the social media is where people can find you, where they can see Rovaughn online, how they can get more of that Rovaughn in their life, injected in their bloodstream. How and where are they going to do that? Where are they going to go? You got to tell them. The floor is yours.
Kids. Hello, kids. Here's the thing. Whatever your passion is, put that first and let everything else revolve around it. And always surround yourself with people that's moving in the same direction as you. You can find me on Instagram at Hill. Oh yeah, Hill Rovaughn. HILLROVAUGHN. That's Instagram. Let me see. YouTube. It's at Rovaughn Hill 2342. That's my YouTube. I already told you I like 5 of them, but the other ones are sports. But that's all my comedy shit. Oh, February 7th. Here's the thing. I'm recording my first hour at the American Legion where they do power at November 7th. Rovaughn Hill. Here's the thing. Whole hour, first special. Come check that out.
November
7th.
November 7th. That's where Paul Miller did the special, right? Are you doing it downstairs or upstairs?
I'm doing it downstairs.
I feel like downstairs looks better.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Jason Melton, I think, did one there, but he did it upstairs.
Yeah.
I like downstairs.
Oh yeah, the aesthetics is better downstairs.
It's just that room is so tight.
Yeah, it's built for it.
Yeah. It's almost like you're conducting a religious meeting.
Yeah, it's like a house show.
Yeah,
Where all the sound is down there, can't get out, and it just bounces back. So it's good for the acoustics.
And so, folks, if you want to be there, it's a tight little room. So you better, as soon as those tickets go live, you want that special Rovaughn sauce.
Jump on them things, baby.
Yeah. Well, thanks for being here, man.
All right, I appreciate it, man. This was fun.
Yeah, it was a whole bunch of fun. I'm glad that you were able to be such a
dog to seize out.
Yeah, you know, and like the thing about Oscar is he can just never make his mind up. So I'm glad you were able to keep him at peace for a long time. See, this is the moment where he gets restless
I'm like
again.
Dr. Doolittle.
You sure are. You speak dog. And you know what? We spoke a lot about dogs and cats today. I think cats can speak dog. I think dogs can speak cat. And that's what I got from this. And that's the piece of advice I'll give you kids, all right? If you are a dog, don't be a cat. If you are a cat, you can be a dog. And with that being said, that's all here today on Ruse Radio.
Is that the same ending all the time?
Clocking out.
Double down, competition couldn't help him to rock. Missed the whole time, holy fell through the flock. That's an ordinary miracle, wealth to the block. It's a balance in the character that's calm and collect. It's apparent his caricature